The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
The second semifinal of the Maui Invitational features a pair of teams that overcame a combined 31-point deficit last night. The winner tonight gets Memphis in the title game tomorrow. Good evening and War Eagle from Lahaina Civic Center in Maui with Randall Dickey and Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. I'm Andy Burcham. Auburn trailed by 18 in the first half and 16 at halftime last night against Iowa State. Bruce Pearl said his team lost its composure in the first half, not the second. The Tigers opened the second half on a 14-2 run to get back into the game. Janai Broome logged yet another double-double, including a putback with 1.2 seconds remaining for the game winner against the Cyclones. Broome was one of 5 in double figures for Auburn. North Carolina's 21-point second-half comeback against Dayton is the largest in school history. R.J. Davis torched the nets for 30. Seth Trimble added 27 with 10 rebounds, and Elliot Cadeau scored 10. So that trio of guards combined for 67 points. The last time that Auburn and North Carolina played was the second round of the NCAA tournament in 2019. Tigers dominated the Tar Heels that night and rocked to the Sweet 16 and eventually the Final Four. The winner tonight plays Memphis for the Maui title tomorrow night. The CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off starts now.
Exclusive pregame coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball. CB&S Bank has been family, community, and financially strong since 1906. Visit cbsbank.com. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
We welcome you back to Maui and the Maui Invitational at the Lahaina Civic Center. The final game before Auburn and North Carolina tonight is matching Dayton and Iowa State. The winner moves on to the consolation final tomorrow. Right now, Dayton leads Iowa State 68-64 in a game that has been a back-and-forth affair. Both of these teams had big leads last night, but ended up losing and worked into the losers bracket. Along with Brad Law and Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey alongside tonight. And if Auburn thought that the scoring guards of Iowa State were a formidable trio last night, just wait till the Tigers get North Carolina and Elliot Cadeau, R.J. Davis, and Seth Trimble tonight.
Well, it just shows the progression of the Auburn program is unbelievable, and our guards are just as good. We've faced a great team out of went to Houston and won. We played an outstanding team last night. Did not play very well first half. Scratched and clawed our way back in. We still have really good guards. Denver Jones, Chad Baker-Mazara. He only played 6 minutes in the first half, and he came out and really was productive second half. We get Sparks off the bench with Pettiford. And I think Chaney Johnson will play better today. Did not play as well yesterday. And so, you're not going to play your best every night out, but overall the Tigers take a back seat to no one. But the All-American R.J. Davis is one of the most heralded players in North Carolina basketball history. He's the only guy that's recorded 2,000 points, 500 rebounds, 253s, logged an enormous amount of minutes, and one of the many All-Americans that they've had in the case of consensus All-American.
R.J. Davis has 2,189 points in his career at North Carolina. Only one other guard has scored more, and it's not the guard you're probably thinking of. It's Phil Ford is the scoring guard in North Carolina history. Eric Montrose is North Carolina's all-time leading scorer, and Davis has a shot at that if he has a really, really big year, but he scored 30 last night. Trimble scored 27. Cadeau added 10 more. 67 of the 93 points scored last night by North Carolina came from that trio of guards.
Everything is going to be guard-oriented. Also, I will make a note that North Carolina is the fastest fast-breaking team in America. They're known for that for years. They are tonight with Kudo and R.J. Davis. When the ball goes through the basket, or if it's on a defensive rebound, the wheels will be turning fast down the floor. It is imperative that Auburn has their skates on and ready to be moving.
What is the key against a team that is as quick and wants to run as much as North Carolina will and does tonight?
Well, I think another thing, I think Auburn will try to make Carolina guard just a little bit more. I think we're best. Auburn is very good when they move the basketball from one side of the floor to the other, makes the defensive move, and play aggressively offensively. We have an enormous amount of weapons, and the more aggressive that we play, the more of those weapons are exposed, whether it's Denver Jones, Janai Broome, Chad Baker-Mazzara, Chaney Johnson, and then you're going to get some spark. There's got to be an X factor for us to move forward, play in the championship game. An X factor's got to show today.
The winner of this game moves on to play Memphis in the championship game tomorrow. Memphis upset Michigan State 71-63. Memphis is undefeated, by the way, on the season. That game tomorrow will start at noon here in Maui and 5 o'clock Central Time. So it's not the final game of the tournament, as you might guess. The winner of this game moves on to play in the championship tomorrow at 5. The loser of this game moves into the third place game to face Michigan State at 9:30 Central Time tomorrow night. Might as well get this one done and play that 5 o'clock game and get ready to fly back to the States on Thanksgiving Day.
Well, that's true. And, over the 40-year history of the Maui Invitational, there's only been 2 SEC teams that's won the championship. It would be really a big feather in our cap to carry through the SEC and, carry the torch a little bit on the islands. But the biggest thing that I think is that our team continue to improve and to continue to get better. We're going to be able to play with anybody in America. We've got outstanding players. We're offensively oriented, can really score. But the thing that you always can do, sometimes you don't score as much and your offense is not as good, but you can always get better defensively. You can always insert a different scheme. I think Auburn will do that today. I think we'll trap the ball screens today. I think we'll be aggressive on that. I think they're going to try to get the ball out of R.J. Davis's hands. The one person that we did not mention, Andy, that's a big factor in this game is Seth Trimble. And he is an outstanding player. He's having an outstanding year and has been scoring in double figures in all, 4 of their 5 games that they've played. And it's really scorching the nets. But he just gets a lot of free open looks from the penetration from Davis and Kudo.
Trimble, a junior from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. A double-double last night, 27 points and 10 rebounds. But he has set a career high in 3 games this year, including the 27 points last night. By the way, the 2 SEC teams that have won the Maui Invitational, Vanderbilt in 1986 and Kentucky in 1993. Auburn has a chance to make it 3 SEC champions, but the Tigers have to get through a blue blood, North Carolina, tonight. It is Auburn and North Carolina in the semifinals of the Maui Invitational. Take you around the country. Lots of great basketball being played at this point. We're going to send it back to our Auburn Sports Network studios, and here is Brad Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. And to our Auburn Sports Network audience, aloha inahoa. That's hello, friends, in Hawaiian. Thanks for staying up late with us tonight. Tigers and Tar Heels, one of 4 games involving SEC teams, and all of them, like last night's schedule, feature at least one ranked team.
From the home of the SEC Tournament Champions to the expanded boundaries of the toughest conference in college basketball, this is the Toyota SEC Report. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places.
Let's update first what's happening back at the Lahaina Civic Center. 6.5 minutes to go in that game. Iowa State leads Dayton by just 1, 70-69. At the end of that game, they'll put 15 minutes on the clock. Then Auburn and North Carolina will begin their warm-ups. All right, now into the action from earlier today. Number 8, Kentucky manhandled Western Kentucky 87-68 at Rupp Arena. Cats stay unbeaten despite missing 21 of 29 three-point tries. They got it done inside, though, The 6'11" Wake Forest transfer Andrew Carr, he dialed up his first Big Blue double-double, 18 points and 10 boards. Kentucky hosts Georgia State Friday. Number 20, Texas A&M out in Vegas, but the Aggies threw snake eyes earlier today against Oregon, falling 80-70. Ducks scored the last 11 points of the game, and what's more than that, A&M squandered a 10-point lead with under 10 to play en route to their second loss of the year. It is the second season in a row, by the way, that Oregon has knocked off an SEC team in Vegas. Alabama is also in Sin City against Houston in a top 10 matchup. They are in overtime in that game. Alabama leads Houston with 2:47 to go in overtime, 82-80. L.J. Cryer has a career-high 30 points for the Cougars. Teams combined to shoot 70 free throws in regulation. Alabama shooting just 36% as a team. Houston a little over 41. The Crimson Tide have knocked down 11 threes, including one in the extra session, and that's helped them overcome 15 turnovers and a plus 10 advantage for the Cougars in points off turnovers. Again, it's Alabama 82, Houston 80, under 3 minutes to go in overtime out in Las Vegas. Now, what is on the menu? That is presented by Whataburger. PTA night, boring company meeting, the annual reunion of Gulf Coast crochet enthusiasts. What do all these get-togethers have in common? Well, they could be boneless wing parties. Just invite the all-new Whata Wings Party Pack from Whataburger. Order online tonight. Get 72 tender bites, a family fry box, and your choice of sauce. Coming up, a 60-second scout of the Tar Heels from Mike Burgermaster, plus our exclusive conversation with head coach Bruce Pearl. We'll get Randall Dickey's keys to the game and more. It's Auburn and North Carolina, another top 10 battle for the Tigers in the Maui Invitational. The CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Things we take for granted, ordinary opportunities for parents and their children, can be a foster child's extraordinary. You have the power to do something positive that will change the life of a young person right here in Alabama. Open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. For more information, visit www.dhr.alabama.gov or call 1-866-64-AL-KIDS. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Kia of Auburn is happy to connect the Kia brand to the Auburn fans. Our winning lineup has something for everyone at almost any budget. SUVs like the Telluride, Sorento, and Sportage. You prefer a sedan? Check out Forte, Soul, and don't forget our new multi-purpose vehicles, the Carnival, or our amazing hybrid or electric vehicles. Kia of Auburn is a proud supporter of Auburn Athletics. Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Whoa, Rico.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
We are creeping closer to Auburn and North Carolina in the winner's bracket semifinal round of the Maui Invitational. The game before ours, you're always looking at the clock and the score, and you're saying, let's not go to overtime there. Iowa State leads Dayton 77-76 in that matchup, and they're at the under 4 media timeout, 3:48 to go in that contest. The 60-second scout is presented by the Raymond J. Harbert College of Business, home to 7 top 25 programs in the U.S. News and World Report rankings. Harbert, inspiring business. North Carolina has the name. You know all about the history of the Tar Heels. North Carolina is playing in the Maui Invitational for the 9th time. They won it in 99, 04, 08, and 2016. The Tar Heels are the only major program in the country whose 6 coaches all played at their alma mater. I guess everybody played at their alma mater, didn't they? But they're the only ones with all 6 that played at North Carolina. Hubert Davis is in his 4th year at the helm there at Chapel Hill. Former Auburn head coach Jeff Lebo is his top assistant. Here's now Auburn assistant Mike Burgermaster with our 60-second scout of North Carolina.
North Carolina is probably the best transition offensive team in the country. They've had 2 games against top 30 or so opponents where they've, had 18 or more point deficits, and they've gone on to score 50 points in the second half. They have a 3-headed monster at the guard spot. Last night in their game against Dayton, their 3 starting guards scored 67 of their 92 points. Our guards are going to, be tremendously challenged in their one-on-one covers, and our bigs have to do, everything they can to help slow those guards down. From our offensive standpoint, our shot selection is really important, because their best offense is getting out in transition and running. So if we take long shots and take unnecessary flies at the offensive glass, it's going to really hurt our transition defense. We've got to take advantage of the mismatches we have on the inside. Inside shots lead to inside rebounds. We can get those inside rebounds and hurt them with second chance points. And those would be some of the major keys to the game.
Burgo's absolutely right about the offensive efficiency. Both these teams, 2 of the top 5 in the country in Ken Palm's offensive efficiency numbers. Tigers are second, 123.8 points per 100 possessions. The Tar Heels are 5th at 121.2 points per 100 possessions. North Carolina has been out on the islands a little longer than the Tigers. They went out and played a game at Hawaii this past Friday night, a game in which they won 87-69. So tonight is going to be the 3rd straight game that North Carolina plays at 11 o'clock Eastern, their time, 11 o'clock or later. The 87 points against against Hawaii, by the way, was their lowest offensive output of the season. They've scored 87 or more in every game. They scored 107 in a win over American. They scored 89 in their 3-point loss at Kansas in Lawrence, a 3-point loss to Kansas in the second game of the season. That is the only blemish on the record for North Carolina. The pregame medical report is presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders are proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena and every Auburn Athletics home event. Tigers are healthy, and they're healthy and as 100% or close to it as you can be the night after playing a game in which you had to exert a lot of physical effort. Both of these teams had to make spectacular second half comebacks in order to win their games. Auburn's comeback was just under 20 points. North Carolina's just over 20. In fact, it tied their largest second half comeback in program history, and it's second for all-time largest comeback in program history. So both teams had to use a lot of effort in earning their way into this winner's bracket semifinal matchup tonight. Update on the Yellowwood scoreboard, the game before ours tonight, and the thing that's going to hold up our tip time a little bit. Iowa State trying to fend off Dayton, 79-78. Cyclones have the lead over the Flyers, still 3 minutes and change in that ball game. So I would expect some timeouts. Both teams have 2 timeouts. Both teams are going to be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way as well. They're under 2:45 to go now, 79-78, Iowa State on top. Let's update the bracket from earlier today, and it's been a really interesting day again. This tournament living up to the billing of the preeminent pre-conference or preeminent November tournament in college basketball. So earlier today, Memphis advanced to the championship game. Just a monster backcourt effort against Michigan State. Tigers won 71-63. Tyrese Hunter, back-to-back 20-point games. He is shining in Maui. He had 23. PJ Haggerty added 16. Penny Hardaway's bunch gets to 6-0 on the season. They will face the winner of our game in tomorrow night's championship contest. Also earlier today, UConn was upset again, this time by Colorado. And the game before ours, of course, still underway. So Iowa State or Dayton against Colorado. Iowa State, Dayton against UConn in tomorrow's 5th place and 7th place matchups. All right, we'll take another timeout here. When we come back, Andy Burcham's exclusive pregame conversation with head coach Bruce Pearl. Another thought on last night's win, come from behind effort, and what it takes to get ready to play again against another top 10 team. Auburn and North Carolina coming up tonight. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For loving expert care for your pets, visit Moores Mill Animal Hospital, located at 2120 Moores Mill Road. Their skilled team is dedicated to keeping your furry friends healthy and happy. Moores Mill Animal Hospital offers spay, neuter, vaccines, boarding, and much more. Moores Mill Animal Hospital, where pets are family. Call us today at 334-821-7739 or visit mmvets.com. Experience the Moores Mill Animal Hospital difference today.
Do you live in Lee County? You are eligible for a Max Credit Union account. Working in Lee County? You're eligible for a Max Credit Union account. Listening to this radio ad right now? 99% chance you are eligible to have a Max Credit Union account. At Max Credit Union, if you live, work, worship, or attend school in Lee or one of our 26 other counties, you are eligible to open an account with Max. Come see us in Auburn or Opelika or get started now at mymax.com. Some restrictions apply.
Big eating in Auburn and Opelika means Big Mike's Steakhouse, famous for high-quality steaks cooked to perfection on an open-fire grill served in a relaxed, rustic atmosphere. It's happy hour at Big Mike's every Wednesday and Thursday from 4 to 6 and half off select appetizers, draft beer, and well drinks. And don't forget, a Big Mike's gift card will always be the perfect gift for Big City Steak in your hometown. It's Big Mike's Steakhouse in Auburn at Shiggjord Parkway and Wire Road.
Hip pain is not to be taken lightly. It could be a sign of hip impingement. If pain, stiffness, or limping persists, see a hip specialist at the orthopedic clinic. Treatment includes non-surgical options, but if surgery is needed, minimally invasive arthroscopic hip surgery is only available locally at the orthopedic clinic. Don't wait. Schedule an examination today. Call for an appointment, 334-749-8303, or visit theorthoclinic.com.
Ford presents our exclusive pre-game visit with head coach Bruce Pearl.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
An emotional win a night ago, boy, you have to turn the page quickly for this one tonight, don't you?
We literally turned it in the locker room about 2 minutes after the game was over, and I got a chance to visit with the guys. We let them celebrate a little bit, talked about some plays that some guys made and the number of different contributions that we had, and obviously responding after halftime to come out and guarding the way we wanted to try to guard all game long, and then offensively being so, unselfish and guys making so many great plays. And what a blessing God gave us by putting us in that position. But really, truly talked about but we're done celebrating because we knew the task ahead going up against either Dayton or North Carolina. We got Carolina, which is from a standpoint of, the history of that program. They're ranked 12th in the country. They're going to be a quad one and maybe an elite quad one game. And so it's a great opportunity for our team. Terrific challenge, though, is North Carolina is probably the best transition offensive team that will play all year long.
Had a couple guys that were a little bit hobbled at the end of that one with Chad Baker's knee and Janai's cramping. How are they for tonight?
I think they're both going to be okay. I think there's, obviously there's a different level of humidity. Janai played 37 minutes, which is just so rare. Chaney Johnson got in big time foul trouble and only wound up playing 10 minutes. And it's just tough, but to his credit, he played really well at both ends of the floor in the second half. And one of the things that I've asked the guys to do today is not take possessions off. If we're not in fire in transition to defensively, we don't guard North Carolina. North Carolina is a better offensive team than Iowa State, and Iowa State put up over 80 on us. And so, overall, our first half defensive effort was not very good, but a lot of it had to do with our offense, that we just got so disrupted by how Iowa State extended and got after us. And that's the way we played in the second half against Iowa State. And that's the way we're going to have to play for 40 minutes against North Carolina.
Break down this North Carolina offense, Coach.
Guard oriented. I mean, their guards score 60 to 70% of their points. Davis is, he is, potentially the best, guard in the country coming back. Him or Sears or a couple other guys. Just an incredible score. Cadeau is a great playmaking point guard. Trimble is a kid from Wisconsin I know pretty well at has really improved a lot from last year. So they got great guards. Their front line is long, but not as big. And so we're going to have an advantage on the inside with Janai and Dylan and Cheney and inside baskets. We got to stop their guards and make sure those guys get all the attention. See if we can make North Carolina, score against our drop back defense and not get beat in transition, and do a good job running our stuff and valuing our possessions a little bit, knowing that we have the advantage on the inside.
Depth plays a big part in tournaments like this when you're playing 3 games in 3 days. Where do you feel that the depth rank between Auburn and North Carolina tonight?
Well, I mean, Janai played 37, but R.J. Davis played 36 minutes. Trimble played 33. Kudo played 32. So their guards played, heavy minutes and scored 67 of their 92 points, yesterday. So, I don't think in game 2, fatigue will be as big of the determining factor. Both teams have got great players, and both teams have got players that are in great shape. I think it's the third game where I think fatigue definitely becomes a factor.
In this gym that is so small and intimate, it reminds me a little bit of high school basketball because both teams' crowds are about as the same. I mean, it's loud at both ends of the floor. Is that a factor at all in your mind here tonight?
Well, I think it's a great atmosphere. In fact, about 50% of the crowd is Auburn, 50% of the crowd will be North Carolina. I think Iowa State, North Carolina, Auburn, Michigan State, those 4 teams, probably the teams that traveled the best. Iowa State may have even had more people than we had there last night. Of course, if you lived in Ames, Iowa versus Auburn, Alabama, you'd get your butt to Maui for sure.
Key tonight, especially from a defensive standpoint against the North Carolina.
You recognize that last line was because I was at Iowa for 6 years, and so I was a Hawkeye, so that just comes natural. Okay. Not many of our listeners may recognize that. Oh, I just think the keys tonight are just to not let those guards go off and to not let them kill us in transition, to take advantage of ourselves on the inside, do a better job of just playing more consistently with both halves. North Carolina has been down 20 to Dayton, came back and won it, and 20 at Kansas and almost came back and won that one. So this is a team that has obviously got great pride. I remind our guys, none of us got recruited by North Carolina. Every single one of those kids were chosen to go there because they were the best of the best, and none of our coaches, none of our players were even on anybody's radar like a North Carolina. We got to use that chip on our shoulder and be the hungrier team tonight.
All the best tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunization. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Are you looking to advance your career without putting your life on hold? Consider the flexibility of an online MBA at Auburn University's Harvard College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best by U.S. News and World Report, our 100% online MBA program provides the flexibility you need to pursue a degree while maintaining your personal and professional life. Learn more at harvard.auburn.edu.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like cookouts, cornhole with friends, ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad, the one with the feta, oh, sorry, or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Well, we've got close games all over the place, including the game before ours at the Lahaina Civic Center. It is not over yet. Iowa State leads Dayton 85-81. Inside 27 seconds to go in that game. Iowa State is out of timeouts. Dayton has 2 to go. A reminder that when this game ends, they'll put 15 minutes on the clock for Auburn and North Carolina to go through warm-ups, and then a few minutes after that for all of the pregame introductions. So we are still a good 20-plus minutes away from tip-off in this game tonight. Before we go back and talk to Randall Dickey, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. And we go back out to Coach Randall Dickey from the gym there, the Lahaina Civic Center. Coach, you know any show tunes? We fill some time here before tip-off tonight?
Not really. I'm not necessarily. I'm kind of just a television watcher. I'm not really a performer in that respect. But what a wonderful opportunity the Tigers have in front of them. It just the bar just keeps climbing higher and higher, and I think it just and I think this team accepts that. I think they embrace that, and I don't think that they will ever shy away from it. We have an outstanding set of guards. We've got 5 guys, on the perimeter, with Jones and Kelly and Mazzara to start with. You've got J.P. Pequise and Pettiford coming off the bench. Those guys are really, really good. Now they're going to be matched tonight with R.J. Davis and Kudo and Trimble. They're as good a set of guards as they are in the country. They come off the bench with Ian Jackson. Drake Powell hit a big shot last night from the deep corner that really gave UNC an opportunity to win. But I also think that the front line, I think Janai Broom is so hard to defend. He gets an angle on you. You must foul him or he's going to score it, and sometimes he does both. And I think that you have great defensive pressure from Dylan Cardwell. And I think Chaney Johnson is still going through his growth spurt. And he's made an enormous amount of improvement from last year. But we need him to be productive because he's been getting 12 points, 7 rebounds a game. And we need that tonight. And there's going to be one other thing it shouldn't go unnoticed that Chris Moore came in the game last night, made 2 really crucial decisions. One, he passed up a wide open 3 to give up a better 3 to give Denver Jones an opportunity, and then he made a great steal and a great effort play, sacrificed his body, got on the floor to retrieve a loose ball that gave the Tigers an extra possession. So I think you're going to see it's our folks at home is going to have a hard time going to sleep tonight because it's going to be at warp speed.
It really is. I mean, it's a lot like when these two teams hooked up in the Sweet 16 in Kansas City 6 seasons ago. And, you had a North Carolina team that was averaging 90-plus points a game. Auburn was capable of putting up big points, and it was a track meet. I mean, the pace of that game would really make you, stop and catch your breath at those media timeouts. And I think you could see something similar tonight. Both teams are deep. They don't mind running. And as Coach Pearl said in his talk with Andy, game 2 maybe is not where your depth is tested as much as game 3 in an event like this. And these are guys who are in shape. They're extremely well conditioned. And, they got a little extra juice playing a game like this. It wasn't that long ago, Coach, that Auburn versus North Carolina was David versus Goliath. You got a pair of Nephilim out there now. I mean, this is Goliath versus Goliath in college basketball. Both sides are really getting amped up for this game.
That's for sure. You've got elite athletes on both sides. You've got elite coaches on both sides. You've got great bench depth on both sides. I'd give Auburn a little bit of an edge on the depth production-wise just because our game plan is in the rotation. If we fall into that rotation and we get production out of our bench and we continue to rotate our guys, it's going to be a good night for the Tigers. But I think the biggest keys is the defensive transition, Brad. I think that the Tigers must find, after a made basket and a missed basket, must find their man, flatten them out, and keep them in front and contain them because R.J. Davis and Kudo are extremely fast, and they're going to pick it up off the whether it's a made basket or off of a missed shot, they're going to race down the floor fast. We've got to be able to defend their ball screens because they're always trying to knock their man off, screen for them, try to create their opening. And on that penetration from the screen, that's where Trimble comes into effect. He sits over in the corner. He kind of lies awake, and then all of a sudden you have to help off of him. They pitch it to him, and he makes a three, and he's done a fantastic job. Offensively, Auburn must be the aggressor. The Tigers are very, very good. They have a lot of weapons. The more aggressive Auburn plays, the more weapons and offensively that we get involved. And I think that's one thing. We had 5 guys in double figures last night. That just shows that you're playing at an extreme elite level and you get a lot of production out of a lot of guys. I think the X factor tonight has got to come from someone. I'm hoping it comes from, Chaney Johnson off the bench. Could it be J.P. Pegues off the bench? Could it be Tahad Pettiford off the bench? Somebody, X factor, is going to have to take a little bit of pressure off that starting 5. And let's not forget, our offense goes through Johnny Broome. The more trips that we come down and we run our offense through him, it just opens up a myriad of things. One-on-one on the block for him, the fan where he can skip past the ball across to the open threes because he draws so much attention. Just a lot of things open up when we go through him offensively.
It was fitting, Coach, that last night Janai was the guy to get the tip in. I mean, he's playing like the best player in college basketball, and he is one of the reasons that Auburn offensively has shot so well, even going back to last season, and the way that Auburn is producing offensively. I think they've shot 50% or 48% or better in like 9 of 10 games going back to last season. And when you run your offense through a finisher like Janai, a guy who can finish or get fouled and go to the free throw line, a chance to finish drives, you're going to make a lot of good things happen offensively. I think when it comes to a big game like this, like all big games, that's your identity. You don't do anything different. You start and finish with Janai Broome.
Well, that's for sure. And the one thing about when people view him on television and they watch him in person and you say this and you say that, and, and on every individual that plays, whether it's in the junior high, high school, major college, or even in the NBA, you look at a guy and you go, well, he does not do this. He does this. He doesn't do this well enough. The thing that Janai Broome has done in college since he came to Auburn, he has gotten better and he is really productive. He does it in a different way than a lot of centers. He can step out. He's 5 for 18 on the year at threes. At times, it makes you kind of bite your upper lip when he takes those shots. But he made a big 3 last night when the Tigers were making their run. He knows how to win, and he is very productive in doing it.
What do the coaches tell the players? Do you really even address it at all, this delay? It's got 9 o'clock Central or 10 o'clock on the schedule, and it's going to wind up being much later than that, obviously closer to 10:30 Central time, 6:30 Hawaii time before the game starts. You got to keep them loose, but, is there any sort of mental effect from the game before Auburn's going longer?
No, I don't. I think that's why during the preseason, when you first report to school in the fall, you're going to work out at different times because class schedules are different. Sometimes you work out at 8 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes you will have to work out at noon. Sometimes you work out at 6. Sometimes during certain weeks, you may have to go at a late practice, start at 7:30 or 8 at night just to get everyone there because their class schedule or the duties outside of athletics. But I always tend to, these are young men. They're resilient. As long as the more maturity that you have on a team, and Auburn has because of their age, we've got, 9 seniors and possibility of, a couple other guys that certainly made a lot of trips up and down the floor. So we have experience. They have been there. And that's what's fun about being around this team is they just are resilient. They're hungry. They've kind of had a taste of it last year. They know how to win. They played a really good schedule last year, some great non-conference opponents, had some outstanding wins throughout the league, won the SEC tournament championship. So they kind of know what it's all about. And I think they're hungry to do even more things this year.
Yeah. We understand there's a little under 22 minutes on the clock there at the Lahaina Civic Center, and that is before the pregame announcements, the starting lineups, things of that nature, the welcome to the fourth game of the day. So we're still a little ways away from basketball. One thing that I want to touch on, Coach, is we saw Jaheim Hudson last night. He played 4 minutes, was 0 for 1 from the floor, grabbed a rebound, and had an assist in those 4 minutes. Would you expect to see about the same, or do you expect to see a little more out of him as Auburn might ask a little more from its bench tonight?
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I think we need a spark, and we kind of needed that last night. And I thought Tahad played really well. And I think that our fans are going to have to just be patient with him because he's a freshman, and he's a high-level player, and he really performed so well at Houston. And now all of a sudden, we get to thinking, well, he should do that every night. He's not quite ready to do that yet, but you're going to see some fantastic things out of him over the course of his career just because he has a great deal of heart. He can handle the ball. He can create his own shot. He can operate off the two-man play, when you give him a ball screen. He's just going to be outstanding. I think that, once he gets a couple of, young kids have to make baskets to gain their confidence. And I think once he makes a couple early and he gets going, he's explosive like we saw at Houston.
No, Pettiford for sure had 14 last night on 5 of 10 shooting. The moment's not too big for him. He's kind of one of those guys who turns it on maybe a little brighter when the lights are a little brighter. We saw him do it against Houston, saw him do it last night against Iowa State. He won't shy away either, Coach, defensively from those talented guards of North Carolina tonight.
No, he's really good, and he's served his purpose there in some other games that we have played that he came in and really defended the ball screen well. He's got a great body on him. He's really strong for his age. He's kind of a wide guard at 6 foot, 6'1", but he's got great feet. And he's really quick, and he's got some moxie about him that he just kind of knows where you're going. He has a good feel for the game when he's out there defensively. Over the course of his career, that's really going to help him because once he settles in, he's not only going to be a threat offensively, but he's going to be a big threat defensively of stealing balls, knocking balls loose, and getting in transition. And, boys, he's going to be fun to watch.
Coach Randall Dickey's Keys to the Game are presented by Kia of Auburn, where you are always number one. Thank you very much, Coach. We'll look forward to your call of this game with Andy Burcham eventually when we get to it at the Lahaina Civic Center. It's been a really entertaining day. I mean, of college basketball from start to finish. Let's give you a couple of updates on the Yellowwood scoreboard. The game before hours did go final. Iowa State finally held off Dayton and finished off the win 89-84. And so to update the bracket, it will be Colorado and Iowa State in the 5th place game tomorrow. And in the 7th place game, Dayton against 2-time defending champion UConn. How many of us had UConn in the 7th place game when the week began? Not too many. Michigan State awaits the loser of our game tonight. Auburn and North Carolina. Memphis awaits the winner in tomorrow afternoon's championship game. They are playing in the Vegas Showdown. Kansas and Duke, top-ranked Jayhawks against the 11th-ranked Blue Devils, and this one is living up to the billing as well. They've got 90 seconds to go in that matchup. Kansas on top, 73-72, a back-and-forth affair for sure. A top 10 battle earlier in the day across town in Vegas. Alabama was able to run away from and wear down Houston in overtime, 85-80. Crimson Tide pull off the win over a top 10 Cougars team. Mark Sears with 24 points, 12 of those came at the free throw line, and they had 2 players have double-doubles in the day. Grant Nelson and Diabate had double-doubles for the Crimson Tide, who get the win over Houston in overtime. Another top 25 team went down earlier today. That was number 21 Creighton. San Jose State took care of the Jays. San Diego State, not San Jose State. Aztecs beat the Jays 71-53. So number 20 Texas A&M lost. Number 21 Creighton lost. Number 2 UConn lost. Number 6 Houston lost. And either number 1 or number 11 Duke will lose. And Well, either number 4 Auburn or number 12 North Carolina will fall by the wayside today. So at the end of it all, an active day in top 25 college basketball. We will take our final pregame timeout. When we come back, we've got the starting lineups and a little more breakdown from the Lahaina Civic Center, Auburn and North Carolina. If you're just tuning in, hoping to hear tip-off, wondering why the game hasn't started, the game before ours, Iowa State and Dayton, went about 2 hours and 38 minutes. And so our tip time delayed just a bit. But we are inching closer to basketball. We will have it for you. Right now, listen to these messages from your local stations. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Check out the new look at auburntigers.com. Read the latest feature stories. Get critical game day information and graphics. Search videos and audio. Find out how to get connected by digital and social media or by joining Tigers Unlimited. Shop the AU Photo Store or buy your tickets to the next event on the athletics calendar. auburntigers.com, the official website of Auburn Athletics.
Damaging an underground utility can cause a lot more problems than you think. By causing a potentially avoidable damage to underground utilities, there's many scenarios that do not end well. To keep the gas, power, water, and internet running, using 811 to have your underground utilities marked is a critical piece of the damage prevention process, whether you're a homeowner or an excavator. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Visit al811.com for more information.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting 5.
Left wing at Denver goes baseline to the basket. Yes. Top of the circle. Denver long 3. Good. Deep 3. Up the left sideline. Denver. Another 3 ball. Yes. Holy cow.
Denver Jones, Newmarket, Alabama, Memphis Day Academy.
To Miles Kelly, who has 5 threes tonight. Right wing, another 3. Yeah, left wing, another long 3 ball by Kelly. Goodness gracious.
I think Kelly's feeling it tonight.
Miles Kelly, Stone Mountain, Georgia, Parkview High School, Hargrave Military Academy.
Into the lane, out to the top, right wing, Chad Baker-Mazzara, the 3-point makeup. Chad Baker-Mazzara, another 3 ball. Yes.
He's on fire.
Buddy, is he ever.
Chad Baker-Mazzara, Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, Colonia High School.
Top of the circle, Broom. He'll pop a 3. Yep.
Looks good. When he gets his feet set, that right foot hits the floor just right, he can really shoot the 3.
It's not knocked away by Broom. Has a breakaway to the hole. Gives it.
What a play by Janai Broom.
Janai Broom, Plant City, Florida, Tampa Catholic High School.
Down the right sideline, Chad. Wow. Cardwell. Don't. Low post, Cardwell. To the hole with a double hand stop. Don's pass. Dylan for 3. Why not? Why not?
Dylan Cardwell, Augusta, Georgia, McEachern High School.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
And we welcome you back to the Lahaina Civic Center, where Auburn and North Carolina are preparing for tonight's game. It will be a 10:35 start, 10:35 Central Time start. So we still have a few moments, about 12 minutes before the two teams go to the benches and the starting lineups are announced tonight. So a little bit more time to talk some X's and O's in this one against North Carolina. Elliott Cadeau, R.J. Davis, and Seth Trimble with 67 points. They scored over 90 last night, but 67 came from that trio. They want to get out. They want to run. They do it as well as anyone does. What does Auburn need to do other than making sure they just simply get back tonight? Now, is it as simple as that, Randall?
No, it's a three-phase position that you've got to be in. The first phase is you've got to pick up your man in transition defensively and try to get him under control prior to him reaching the mid-court line. If you make the basket and it gives us a chance to get into our press on dead ball situations, kind of making them earn their way up the floor, not necessarily pressing to steal, but pressing just to worry them, to keep them under control and out of their speed game. The second phase is when you get into the half court, you're going to have to defend on ball screens because they're always bringing those 4s and 5s, those power forwards and centers up, setting screens for them, trying to knock them off to create angles for hard drives. It also is going to, if you get knocked off, they're going to pull up and shoot because both of them, Cadeau and Davis especially, have deep range out top. Then you've got to be able to defend that. So we're going to have to, I think the Tigers will double team. I think they'll try to trap R.J. Davis and make him give the ball up and then scramble from there and try to contain from there and make someone else take shots from that offensive set.
Cadeau has 4 threes, Davis has 11, and Trimble has 8. They can all shoot the 3.
Very well. And one thing that makes them such a threat, because they can shoot, they spread the floor, and we haven't spoke very much about, but it's not like, their bigs are pretty good also. They've got great length. And, I think that Jalen Washington and Jalen Withers, both of those guys, 6'10", 6'9", they've got length. They're going to keep balls alive. One's averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds. Other one's 6 points, 5 rebounds. They're productive also. So when you stretch the floor with those guards, it's going to open up those bigs. So we've got to play a complete defensive game where you defend the ball screens, you contain it, keep you in front of it. The last thing you do is when they take a shot and miss, you got to make them pay in defensive rebound.
What do you think the scout is on Auburn to North Carolina?
I think after watching them scouting us against Iowa State last night, we started a little bit slow. I think they're going to come out and really try to punch us really hard, really drive it, play really fast, real aggressive, try to drive it hard offensively, get to the basket and try to get our guys either in foul trouble or get them at a disadvantage and score layups on us, because their speed game kind of plays into what Iowa State did to us last night, kind of get us back on the heels. Secondly, I think they're going to try to bring Janai Broome away from the basket. I think they're going to put his man into a lot of ball screens, which brings him up, takes him away from the basket, away from the defensive rebound, and that's where Chaney Johnson, Dylan Cardwell's got to come into play. We also need some help out of some guards in rebounding as well on those plays.
It's been an interesting day in Auburn athletics. Auburn's most tenured head coach, Karen Hoppe, retired today. Let's send it back to our studio. Brad Law with details on the retirement of Auburn soccer coach Karen Hoppe.
Yeah, Andy, 26 years at the helm of the program. Coach Hoppe today announcing that retirement, 26 years as the head coach. She led the Tigers to 7 SEC Western Division championships, an SEC regular season title, a conference tournament crown, and 18 NCAA tournament appearances. 293 wins at Auburn, 357 overall wins. That's 32nd in Division I history. Andy, I just would love to hear from you. I mean, you've been very close with Coach Hoppe and her teams, covering pretty early on in her career, covering some of their matches on the radio.
Yeah.
A weekly visit with her for years and years, and what she has meant to this program. Steady, consistent, and really did wonderful things with the Auburn soccer program.
Karen was a very good player at Central Florida, And as soon as she got out of college, she decided she wanted to become a coach and was hired pretty quick to be the head coach at UCF before Auburn hired her at Auburn. And it didn't take her long to make Auburn a permanent, well, not permanent, but a fixture in the NCAA tournament. And she delivered Auburn those 7 SEC West championships, an SEC regular season title, and an SEC tournament championship, and a trip to the Elite Eight as well. Auburn was a fixture in the NCAA tournament under Karen Hoppa. Whomever is named as her successor has some big shoes to fill, because she is the winningest coach in Auburn history. With the moment that she retired, she at that time was the longest running coach in SEC play as the soccer coaches go. So someone that has had a great impact, not only in Auburn soccer, but in Auburn, period. 26 years at the helm. I wish Karen nothing but the best. I had the opportunity to work with her on the radio side. We worked with her on the War Eagle production side and SEC Network Plus side as well. And it was a pleasure to deal with her, as she and I talked every week in her, just about in her career at Auburn. And I will certainly miss her on the plains, and wish her nothing but the best, Brad.
Yeah, no question. Auburn went back to the SEC tournament this year, 28th overall appearance in the tournament. Auburn is the all-time league leader in that department. Also, they reached as high as number 6 in the country this past season, which was the highest ranking in program history. So, this the timing after the year that the Tigers had, it was nice to see that success this season. And Coach Hoppa goes out on a relatively high note, I would say, as the Auburn head soccer coach, 26 years at the helm. And there'll be plenty more celebration of her career in the days and weeks ahead, and plenty more recognitions and opportunities for the Auburn family to show their admiration and appreciation for what Coach Hoppa gave to this program, to the athletic department.
No question about that. We're about 5 minutes away from the starting lineups tonight between Auburn and North Carolina. We'll go through the North Carolina lineup right now. We'll have the Auburn, you heard the Auburn lineups already. Elliot Cadeau at one guard spot, a 6'3", 180-pound sophomore out of West Orange, New Jersey. Played a year at the Link Academy in Branson, Missouri. He's averaging 14.8 points, 2.6 rebounds, 6.4 assists. R.J. Davis, a 6-foot grad student, 180 pounds. Their second leading scorer as a guard in North Carolina history, averaging 20.2 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 4.6 assists. And at the other wing, Seth Trimble, a 6'3" freshman from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, averaging 17 points and 5 rebounds per ballgame. On the inside, Jalen Weathers, 6'9" grad student out of Charlotte, North Carolina, a transfer from Louisville, averaging, Washington, I should say, a 6'10" junior from Gary, Indiana, playing in his 63rd career game tonight. He is averaging 10 points, 5.5 rebounds. And then Jalen Withers, 6'9" grad student out of Charlotte, a transfer from Louisville. 45 starts in his 81 games at Louisville, and he gets the start. The two head coaches tonight, Bruce Pearl out of Boston College for Auburn. In his 11th season on the Plains, a record of 205 and 119. In his 30th season overall, a record of 667 and 264. Auburn is number 4 in the AP poll, number 3 in the coaches poll, and number 3 in the Ken Pom rating at 5-0. North Carolina 4-1, number 12 in the AP poll, 13 in the coaches poll, and number 12 in the Ken Pom ranking. And Hubert Davis, another in the long line of North Carolina players, now the head coach for the Tar Heels in his 4th season, a record of 82 and 32. The officials tonight are Marquise Pettigrew, who worked the Auburn game last night. Stephen Anderson and Scott Brown are the officials here tonight. This is going to be a packed house. North Carolina travels to this tournament very, very well. They have made this tournament. They've won it 4 times and are currently 3-1 against Auburn. Auburn's only win against Carolina came in that 2019 NCAA tournament. Auburn 5-0 coming into this one with top 5 wins against both Houston a couple of weeks ago and Iowa State last night. Iowa State was extended by Dayton tonight, just as North Carolina was last night, as a matter of fact. But Iowa State won that game and will play for the consolation, the 5th place championship tomorrow. Dayton gets UConn in the 7th place game here tomorrow. That UConn team picked by many to win this tournament, the 2-time NCAA champions, defending NCAA champions, but a couple of close losses. 2-point loss last night, a 1-point loss today. So, but don't be surprised if we don't see UConn at the end of this season making another run at the tournament championship.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt that all 8 teams are going to go so competitive and so talented, really well coached. The Colorado team's a very good team. Dayton could be just as easily as 2-0 as they are, 0-2. They really are good. They've got good guards. They've got good bigs. Carolina speaks for themselves. Auburn speaks for themselves. But UConn goes back-to-back national titles. They're certainly in the top 20, but they're still trying to find themselves. This is a part of the year during the holiday that you try to find your team. You try to iron out all the wrinkles going into conference play. And I think that's what they're trying to do now, is trying to get their rotation down. They are very talented.
2 teams have gone to their benches. A late-night game back home. Auburn and UConn here tonight. We expect to see Denver Jones, Miles Kelly, Chad Baker-Mazara, Dylan Cardwell, and Janai Broom as the Auburn 5 tonight. It was interesting in asking Bruce Pearl, he didn't think that fatigue would be a factor tonight, perhaps tomorrow. But it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Auburn, Janai Broom was cramping after he made the game-winning shot last night. And Chad Baker-Mazara had an injured knee, bumped knees with one of the Iowa State players in the first half last night. Only played about 6.5 minutes in the first half, scored 2 points. But Clark Pearson worked some magic on Chad Baker at halftime. And, buddy, he came out and scored 16 points.
He was outstanding. He was a really big key to get back. And it also kind of set the tone in that play. It was a little bit of a negative play early in the game. We lose Chad Baker because he's such an offensive threat. He makes our team better in a lot of different ways, just in not only in scoring. He keeps balls alive. He's 6'7", he's long. He can tip balls around and keep them alive on the offensive glass. But he is a big shot maker, and the Tigers kind of needed that. And I was so proud to see him come back last night, respond the way he did, and was very productive second half.
Interesting, outside the North Carolina bench right now, former Auburn head coach, now the top assistant for Hubert Davis, Jeff Lebo, is accepting the pound from the Auburn players as they go through and give a pound to all 3 of the officials. And Jeff Lebo is the one that Denver Jones is about to greet on that other end. You got to know that man wants to win against Auburn here tonight.
Well, there's not any doubt. Jeff's a wonderful person. He's a really good coach. He's had a wonderful career. He's successful at Chattanooga. He had a couple of really good teams at Auburn, and he went on to East Carolina, and now he's back with his alma mater. And not many people can probably, as old as I am, Andy, can remember, but Jeff was quite a player out of Pennsylvania. And then he just was one of the most prolific recruits in North Carolina history as well. And he
played for his dad in high school and had his dad on the staff at Auburn.
That's for sure. And but he's a wonderful guy. It was very cordial. We had a conversation yesterday. Just a really nice gentleman. And but it's good to see when you get to this level, the weave of college basketball is tightly knit.
All right, the importance of a good start for Auburn tonight. It was not a great start last night against Iowa State.
I think you're going to see this. This is the thing I'm going to look for right off the bat. I don't think we have lost a tip yet. And so we've really been fortunate to gain the first offensive possession in each game. Will we do that tonight? And I'm looking forward to that because Carolina really prides themselves at doing that. They set up a little bit different. They set up offensively off the tip because they are roaring their engines right now, ready to get it started.
North Carolina may have a few more fans than Auburn here tonight.
Well,
there's a lot of Carolina blue in the stands tonight.
Well, you can't ever underestimate the lungs of the Tigers, though.
Agreed. And they are right behind the Auburn bench, but there's a lot of Carolina blue all over this gym that seats about 2,500, the Lahaina Civic Center. And we're about ready for basketball. Again, the officials are Marquise Pettigrew, Stephen Anderson, and Scott Brown. The winner moves on to get Memphis in the championship tomorrow. And that will be an afternoon game. It's a noon game here, 4 o'clock at home. And the loser gets Michigan State in the third place game late tomorrow night, 9:30.
Championship game is going to be a high noon shootout.
Yes, indeed. High noon here.
That's for sure. You better load your pistols and make sure you feed the Tigers early tonight, get them to bed. Let's try to get over this game right here, and let's see if we can't be the one that plays at noon tomorrow.
Like last night, Auburn is the away team, the visiting team. So the Tigers are in the blue tops and bottoms, the orange numerals and lettering, and the white trim. North Carolina with the home white uniforms, tops and bottoms. Carolina blue numbers and lettering, and the familiar stripes down each side of the jersey and the trousers, the trunks. And we're about ready for basketball. Semifinals of the Maui Invitational between Auburn and North Carolina. Jones, Kelly, Mazzara, Baker Mazzara, Cardwell, and Broom for Auburn. Cadeau, Davis, Trimble, Washington, and Withers for North Carolina. Marquise Pettigrew will throw it up. Tap is controlled by Auburn. Denver Jones runs it down almost at the baseline, starts the other way. Basket to our right. Jones hands to Kelly, top of the circle for Janai. Right wing, Chad Baker Mazzara turns the corner in the key. Off the right wing for Denver Jones. Inside the arc for Broom. On the right side, 13 to shoot. Janai into the lane for a step. Drop step to the hole. Good.
Beautiful one-on-one play. Really isolated Broom on the block, and he turned around and laid it in.
Trimble to Cadeau. Top of the circle. Cadeau off the right side, a pass for Withers. Withers to the other big man, Washington. Ball batted away. It goes out of bounds off of Carolina. Auburn ball. Dylan Cardwell reached in, knocked that ball away, and then off of a Carolina player, and Auburn gets it.
Hey, that was a good sign right off the tip. That was an emphatic tip by Janai Broom. We got the first possession. They isolated him on the block. He scores. And the defensive possession, the pressure was too intense for Carolina to handle.
19-16 in the first half, 2-0 Auburn on top. At the top, Dylan Cardwell. Left-handed pass. Kelly into the post for Broom. Broom working against Washington. Backs his way in. Turns, goes up. It was blocked. And Carolina gets the ball. Throws it to Broom, who then puts it in.
Really good play. It looks like it's going to be a good matchup on the block.
They're quickly up the floor. R.J. Davis. 4-0 Auburn on top to Cadeau. Now Trimble. Trimble off the right wing to Davis. Davis, left-hand dribble, top of the key. Picked up by Denver Jones. Blows past him. Down the lane, high off the glass. It's good.
Beautiful play. Got the angle off the ball screen at the top of the key and then drove it hard to the basket.
Auburn ball, pull-up jumper, right side. Chad Baker Mazzara puts it in. And a foul is called on Auburn. I think the basket will count. Yes, but the foul is called against Dylan Cardwell away from the ball.
Dylan was just trying to jockey for position and kind of rooted himself in a position, and he kind of pushed off a little bit right there. Nothing wrong to let the Carolina Tar Heels know that the Tigers are here to play.
Auburn 3 of 4 from the field. Tigers lead at 6-2, 18-28 in the first half of play. Elliott Cadeau, right-hand dribble. Uses a high post screen down the left side of the lane. Along the baseline. Gets the ball to Washington up from about 8. Didn't get it. Rebound. Janai Broom. Outlet to Denver Jones. Jones on the left-hand dribble. Top of the circle now Broom. Janai outside the arc. He'll pop a 3 ball. Yes!
Beautifully done. He's off to a great start. He's got 5 points already. One thing the Tigers are doing is they're defending Carolina's high ball screen at the top of the key very well.
9-2 Auburn with the lead. Just over 18 minutes to go. First half of play. North Carolina ball. Right side to Davis. Davis with an NBA range 3. Didn't get it. Rebound Broom. Foul in the play. Oh, did they get Auburn on that foul?
Oh, I guess they got Kelly. That they're saying that he pushed off. He's a little bit of a mismatch against Washington right there when he got switched off. 6'10" against 6'6" is a little bit different mix. That's a little bit to a disadvantage there.
9-2 Auburn, 17:44 in the first. Carolina gets a second crack at this one. Inbound into the corner. Withers to Washington in the key. Picks up the dribble. Hands the ball there to Trimble. That is R.J. Davis. Top of the circle, Elliott Cadeau. Back door, Davis puts it up and in.
They are constantly moving. R.J. Davis, one of the best players in the country, is constantly moving, and he snuck in behind Denver that time and scored a basket.
Tahad to Pettiford, Cheney, Johnson in at the next break for Auburn. Chad Baker-Mazara on the right wing. Spins. Outside the arc, pops a long three. Good.
Good one-on-one play. Not very times you play one-on-one from behind the three-point line, but that really looked good by Chad Baker.
12-4, Auburn with the lead. Carolina basketball, Washington. On the right side, it's Cadeau. Inside the arc, put it up, blocked by Cardwell, who retrieves it. Here's Auburn the other way. On the left wing, wide open three, Kelly. No, long. And the rebound pulled in by R.J. Davis. He's quickly up the floor. To the top of the circle, puts one up. It's no good. Rebound pulled in by Miles Kelly. I think Davis's shot was blocked. Carolina wanted a foul.
The Tigers are doing an outstanding job getting back in defensive transition. They're also defending the ball screens on the point and on the wing very well.
Cardwell, right wing, Broom. Another three ball. This one's short. Rebound tapped up by Davis. He didn't get it. They have numbers the other way. Cadeau drives, and Jones picked him up, and Jones got called for an intentional foul. He held him, and Denver is called for an intentional foul. They'll get two shots in the ball.
I think the Tigers were a little bit relaxed offensively that time and missed 3-point shot by Broom, and it kind of caromed off long from a real quick run out. And when you let R.J. Davis and Cadeau get the ball on the run, they can really sprint up the floor.
We have a timeout. I think they're going to take a look at this foul. An intentional foul called against Denver Jones. Both teams have gone to their bench. I don't know if we've gone to a timeout yet or not.
Looks like both coaches are kind of intense right now, too.
Hubert Davis was arguing what looked to be an intentional foul called against Auburn. Now, it may have been something that was going on at the other end of the floor as well.
Well, I think that's one thing that Coach Pearl was complaining about is around that basket. He thought that Kelly got pushed on that offensive possession.
All right, timeout on the floor, 16-20 in the first, 12-4 Auburn. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
A gift this good takes a while to unwrap. Get your best gift ever during the Toyota-thon sales event before it's too late. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE Hybrid for $359 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through December 2nd, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $36.58 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's a great day to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccination during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It is crucial that we take the steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are up to date on all recommended vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccine. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
I'm Sawyer, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the crispy chicken filet. The seasoning is so satisfying. It's what I needed, but I didn't know that I needed it. You get the toasted bun and the delicious crispy chicken. They add this fun mix with that zesty pickle. It's bold and tasty. I would give it an A+. What's not to love? The holidays are all about being together and eating together.
Sandwich in some together time this holiday. Order the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Alabama Power is proud to present this broadcast of Auburn basketball. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Three officials, Pettigrew, Anderson, and Brown, are talking after they went to the monitor on the foul by Denver Jones. First half is presented tonight by Southern Union, conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn. Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road.
I just hope they don't turn it in. The last 2 times in different games, they've turned that into a flagrant one. If it's an intentional foul, it's one thing, but I don't think it was, a flagrant contact.
They've gone back to the monitor.
This is not a good delay. The Tigers are off to a good start. Janai Bruins picked up right where he left off last night. 7 points. He's got 3 rebounds right now. He's got 2 rebounds in 4 minutes. Very productive. The Tigers are 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, shooting 62%. They're defending Carolina really well right now, holding Carolina to 2 for 6 shooting, 33% on the game.
Chris Moore has come into the game following the timeout for Auburn, along with Pettiford, Cheney Johnson, Janai Broom, and Chad Baker-Mazzaro.
I think it's a good time, since it's a little bit of delay, give Denver and give Miles just a little bit of a breather. Also, Dylan as well, because you've got 16:20 on the clock. You're going to get immediate timeout under the 16-minute mark, so you got really 1 possession, maybe 2.
Apparently, they've wiped off the intentional foul.
So
it's just a common foul.
I think Denver did a good job on that.
Carolina ball, Auburn up 12-4 with 16:20 in the first. Chad Baker-Mazzaro steals the inbound. Ahead to Pettiford, to Hod, to Broom, to the hole, it's in.
What an alley-oop pass by Pettiford, but look at the Carolina Tar Heels on the way back.
And a foul at the other end of the floor. And an Auburn player went flying over the...
I think that's Chad Baker.
Chad Baker-Mazzaro went flying over. They've got tables set up at each end of the floor, and Chad Baker just went flying over one of them. There's going to be a foul against Auburn. As Randall mentioned, Carolina got the ball up the floor in a hurry.
Took 1 dribble, 1 pass, and was at the rim.
Chad Baker is down behind the table at the North Carolina end of the floor right now. And I'm not seeing him get up yet.
Well, he's in a position that is underneath the table because we cannot see him.
There he is. He's up. And he's a little bit hobbled.
Sure is, but he got a good ovation from the Tar Heel fans there that's seated in the underneath the basket.
He was called for the foul, by the way, his first. And Carolina's at the line. Auburn with a 10-point lead, 14-4. And Chad Baker walks off the floor, or to the Auburn bench and off the floor with Clark Pearson, Auburn's athletic trainer, in tow.
I think they're going to take him back in the hallway where they can kind of look at him and evaluate the situation, but at least he's up on both feet.
Jalen Withers was the Carolina Tar Heel fouled out of Charlotte, North Carolina, transferred from Louisville, shooting 54% from the line. The first one
That guy came by us so fast, he was breaking the speed limit, Andy. Oh, man.
They were at the other end of the floor in a blink of an eye after Auburn had scored.
Something Auburn is going to have to contend with all day long. They're one of the fastest teams in the country, if not the fastest.
Second free throw is also good by Withers. Trims Auburn's lead to 14-6. Tiger ball, Pettiford. Left wing, bounce pass, Miles Kelly. At the top, it's Cheney Johnson. Johnson back to the wing, Kelly. Low post, Broom. Left side of the lane. Backs his way in. Up with the left-hand fadeaway. Swish!
Well, he's playing well. He's just having his way underneath that basket one-on-one.
Already with 11 points, Janai Broom in the first half. Tigers lead 16-6. Cadeau outside the arc. Bounce pass to the baseline. Shot is up, and the layup missed by Washington. Broom rebounds. Here's Auburn the other way. Pettiford on the right hand, top of the circle for Janai. Hands the ball left side, Miles Kelly. Pull up, no. And top for Janai. Head fake a three. Drives, spins to the corner. Miles, three. Yes!
Great assist by Janai Broom. Drove it hard down the elbow lane toward the basket. He got to give it up, and Miles Kelly stuck it in the basket.
And 19-6 Auburn at the other end of the floor. Washington throws it out of bounds just to the left of my man, Randall Dickey.
Almost caught that, but I wasn't going to dive. That was for
No,
sure.
no, not anymore.
No.
No reason to be Chad Baker-Mazzara.
Only go one speed in one direction. I don't change directions anymore.
Auburn up by 13 with 15:08 to go in the first half of play. Pettiford, Broom, back to Pettiford at the top. Auburn 8 of 11 from the field. Low post, Chaney Johnson lost it, got it back, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Carolina.
One thing the Tigers are doing, they're really playing physical, and that's one thing that they're underestimated across the country is how physical Auburn plays.
Yeah.
It's really had an effect on Carolina up to this point.
Auburn ball out of bounds, baseline right. Janai Broom and Van Allen Lubin, they're familiar with each other. He played at Vanderbilt last year.
Yes.
Had a pushing at each other a little bit. Inbound, Moore, Pettiford, top of the circle, Broom. Janai, Pettiford, 13 to shoot. Off the right wing, 3-ball to Hod. Yeah, it's no good. In and out, rebound, Broom up, he missed it. Rebound, Chaney Johnson puts it in.
There he is. Janai Broom kept it alive. Chaney Johnson finished it off.
21-6 Auburn. Davis, Lubin at the point. Puts it on the floor, drives past Broom and jams it.
They opened it up. They denied everywhere on the floor. Took him one-on-one right to the basket.
21-8 Auburn. 14-20 in the first. Pettiford, Broom, open 3-ball. No. Weak side rebound, North Carolina. Outlet up the side for Ian Jackson. Between the legs, dribble on the left wing. Hands back to Cadeau. Now to Davis between the rings. Drives off the right side. Miles Kelly put a hand on him. Second foul on Miles.
Had a little bit of a mismatch. Chris Moore had to stop the initial break on Cadeau, and it put Pettiford and Miles Kelly on different assignments.
Broom out, Cardwell in. Jones is back in, replacing Miles Kelly.
Tigers going to show zone right here, Andy. It's a 1-1-3. It's going to turn into a 2-3 matchup just to keep Carolina on their toes.
Cadeau drives, hangs, shoots. He missed it badly. Rebound, Cadeau back up and in.
It worked, but we gave up a second opportunity, an offensive rebound put back.
21-10 Tigers. 13:45 in the first half of play. Pettiford running the show, gets a screen from Chaney. Right wing for Chris Moore. Pettiford outside the arc, Cardwell. Left wing, Denver Jones. Drives to the free throw line. Off the left side, Cardwell. Hands to Denver there. Got it. Shoots a 3. Didn't get it. And the rebound pulled in by Drake Powell. Up the floor, Jackson for North Carolina. Gets a screen to the free throw line. Through the lane, off the right side. Put the ball on his hip. Maintains the dribble.
A little bit of a mismatch here with Dillon on the perimeter.
Jackson. Step back. Long shot. New. Rebound tap. Here's Pettiford the other way. Ahead to Cardwell. Behind the defense. Two-hand slammer.
Talk about the Tar Heels being fast. How about that? One dribble and a dunk by Cardwell by the Tigers.
23-10. Auburn and Moore knocks the ball out of bounds as Carolina tried to get it up the floor in a hurry. That drive by Cardwell, the Sun-South drive of the game. Sun-South John Deere, preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com.
Tigers doing a really good job rotating. Chad Baker-Mazzara comes in. He must have all of a sudden, Clark must have put his hand on his knee and it was quickly healed. The Tigers are in a 2-3 zone again, matching up.
He Mr. Miyagi'd him. Auburn up 23-10, Carolina ball. Drive, Powell, Jackson at the top for 3. It's in and out. And the rebound pulled in by Chad Baker-Mazzara.
Here comes the Tigers.
Pettiford across midcourt to the right-hand dribble. Lobs it underneath. Chaney Johnson pinned into the corner. Chad Baker-Mazzara from the left corner, almost going out of bounds, missed the 3. And here is Ian Jackson the other way for the Tar Heels. Puts it on the floor, drives, ball kicked out into the right or left side by Powell. At the top of the circle, Cadeau. Cadeau against Chad Baker. Now picked up by Cardwell in the switch. Cadeau lobs it up there. He missed it short. Rebound, tap up and in for Carolina's number 22, Ben Allen Lubin.
That's one thing on the drive. They get the ball so deep, close to the goal, it creates help and it opens up the offensive glass, and we've got to get that under control.
J.P. McGee's in at the next break for Auburn. Tigers up 23-12. Free throw line, Dillon. Drives, turns, up with the left hand. It's short. Rebound pulled in by Jackson for Carolina. Fouled at midcourt by Pettiford. And that takes us to a timeout break. 11:44 to go in the first half. Auburn 23, North Carolina 12. The experts at Sensor Green with Carrier create a cool indoor retreat for heating, cooling, and insulation, offering total comfort care for your Tiger family in East Alabama and Huntsville. Visit sensorgreen.com. Carrier, turn to the experts. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn football every day is your behind-the-scenes pass to the Tigers on TV. Each week, Auburn football every day looks back at the previous game and previews what's next on the schedule.
Brass taking it out.
With highlights, locker room interviews, and special features. It's your everyday connection to Auburn football. Check your local listings and set your device to record Auburn football every day.
Thinking of advancing your career with a master's degree in business? If so, consider the graduate degree choices at Auburn University's Harbert College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best, we offer full-time and online programs in finance, supply chain management, information systems, accounting, and business administration. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
A gift this good takes a while to unwrap. Get your best gift ever during the Toyotathon sales event before it's too late. Get 3.99% APR for 36 months on the new 2024 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Offer valid through December 2nd, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.52 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Ever wonder what other college basketball games are going on near 11 o'clock Central Time? There's about a half a dozen others, including UCLA leading Southern Utah 80-37 near the end of that ball game at Pauley Pavilion. In Vegas, Notre Dame leads Rutgers 24-15. 6 minutes to go in the first half there. And San Jose State leads UNC Greensboro 39-26. You tried to drive from Greensboro, North Carolina to San Jose, California. It'd take you roughly 40 hours with no stops. Auburn out to the early 23-12 lead over North Carolina. Tigers have forced 3 turnovers. They're shooting 52+% from the field. So we send it back to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, and Coach Randall Dickey.
Carolina ball following the foul by Pettiford. They get it on a give and go to Trimble up the inbound pass at the left wing. Back out to the top for R.J. Davis. Leaves for Trimble, who brings it between the circles. Shot clock at 17 for Carolina. Trimble wants a screen, drives down the lane. Shoots up and under Cheney Johnson and scores.
A little bit of confusion that time. The Tigers hardly ever do that. They were going to try to be in the zone again, the 2-3, and they ended up, had 2 guys on man-to-man. Let him float wide open for an easy basket.
6 fouls for Auburn, none for Carolina in the early going. And Carolina within 9. At the right wing, Pettiford inside the arc, Cheney Johnson. Drives into the lane. Up with about a 5-footer, didn't get it. Rebound Carolina the other way.
Pretty physical game for us to play almost 10 minutes and no fouls on Carolina.
3 ball, right wing, good by Trimble. That cuts the lead to 6. 23-17, a 7-0 run by Carolina.
Carolina's done a good job. They've rotated Davis back in the game, got Trimble back in the game, and just hit a 3.
J.P. Pegues, Cheney Johnson. Cardwell, Dillon, spins, left side of the lane. Back to the wing for Pettiford. Shot clock down to 9 for Tahad. 8 to shoot. 7. Got a screen, popped a 3, didn't get it. Rebound Carolina ball. Auburn's gone cold of late. Carolina on a 7-0 run. Davis to the wing, Trimble. Drives underneath. Ben Allen Lubin up. No, but he's fouled. And Carolina will shoot free throws for the rest of the half.
That's 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Every trip that we foul.
Carolina has not been called for a foul yet.
That's a little bit unusual.
Yeah.
I think the whistle's court's a little lopsided in that.
That's the second foul on Dylan Cardwell. And Ben Allen Lubin is at the line. A 6'8 junior from Orlando has played both at Notre Dame and most recently at Vanderbilt. His first free throw is good.
Tigers going back-to-back trips defensively where they did not get back in transition. They let the ball get deep to the paint. It opened up the three-point shot for Trimble and also the lay-in here by Lubin.
Broom is in, replacing Cardwell. Denver Jones also back into the Auburn lineup, replacing Pettiford. Lubin knocks home both free throws. He did not score last night, has 6 off the bench tonight. 23-19, Auburn with the lead. Carolina on a 9-0 run. Right wing, Chad Baker. Top of the circle for Chaney. Hands the ball to Janai. Now to Denver Jones. Turns the corner. 15-foot fadeaway. No. And the rebound to Davis for Carolina.
Gotta get the ball stop.
Jackson on the left wing against the Denver Jones. Back to the top for R.J. Davis. Shot clock at 19. Davis gets a screen. Bumps into Chad Baker-Mazzara. Turns the corner underneath and out of bounds off of Auburn.
Chad Baker did an outstanding job. He and Janai both defending the ball screen, but Davis still got to the basket, and then he deflected it out of bounds.
Carolina ball, 12 to shoot. Out of bounds, baseline left. Powell will trigger. And out of bounds off of Chaney Johnson on the inbound pass. Powell hit the game-winning 3 last night against Dayton. It came with 1:13 to go. And he'll trigger down the baseline near the left corner.
He's in that coffin corner.
Timeout, Carolina. Yes. He couldn't get the ball inbound, and Carolina is forced to call a timeout.
That's a tough place to throw the ball in, that deep in that coffin corner right there. You are limited because you've got the baseline defending you and the sideline, as well as the guy facing you.
Carolina will have 12 to shoot after this 30-second timeout. They're down the baseline and near the left corner. Auburn jumped out to a good lead. Carolina has come back, has scored 9 in a row, a 13-2 run over the last 4:50. They've hit their last 3 shots. Auburn has gone 3 minutes and 24 seconds without scoring, which shows you 2 things. Tigers a little bit cold. It also shows you how much Auburn had that lead early on in this one tonight.
They sure did. And Carolina just came roaring back. The 3 by Trimble kind of got them going, and then the lay-in by Lubin was a 5-point swing right there.
This time it's Davis who will trigger and near that left corner. A baseball pass into the backcourt, and it's picked up by Trimble. Across midcourt, crossover dribble against Pegues. To the hole off the glass and go.
That's just going one-on-one from the midcourt line. That cannot happen against the Tigers defense. We've got to stay in front of that basketball.
7 points for Trimble. 2-point Auburn lead. Broom, free throw line, 13-footer, good.
There we go. There we go. When it goes a little bit south for the Tigers, you got to go down to the big left-hander and let him do his job.
Janai with 13 in the first half for Auburn. Carolina ball. Auburn by 4, 25-21. Down the lane, Ben Allen Lubin throws it right to Broom.
That was a blitz. They trapped the ball real quick, got way too fast for Lubin.
Pettiford, Moore back in to Hod, top of the circle. Off the left side, 18-footer to Hod, switch.
Well, that was great play, a 2-man play. The rescreen by Broom for Pettiford created that open shot.
Jackson out near midcourt for Davis. Tigers up 6, 27-21. R.J. Davis against J.P. Pegues. Gets a screen. Drives down the lane. Gets bumped up with a shot. Didn't get it. Rebound Broom in traffic. Outlet Auburn the other way. Pettiford for the Tigers. To Hod at the left wing. Top of the circle. Loops a pass for J.P. Pegues. Auburn by 6 and with the basketball. 19 to shoot. J.P. inside the arc. Down the left side. Out to the top. Janai. Right wing Chris Moore. 13 to shoot. Moore kicks it left side. 3 ball in the air. No. By Pegues. Run down by Broom.
Great
shot clock. Janai, 3 ball, right corner, yes.
Bang. He is off to a sensational start in this game.
16 in the first half for Janai. Auburn by 9. It's a 7-0 run by the Tigers.
Not only a great offensive rebound, but he just backed out there and just pulled him a 3 again, didn't he?
Davis, yes indeed. To Powell. Picked up by Chaney Johnson outside the arc. Ben Allen Lubin works against Broom. Left-hand dribble, spins on Janai, gets back defensively, Blocked by Janai. Here's Auburn the other way.
Unbelievable force on both ends, scoring and defending and blocking shots.
Pettiford off the glass, didn't get it. He goes down. Carolina 5-on-4 the other way. Powell to the corner. 3-ball Jackson. Yes.
It's one thing you can't do. You can't worry when you get knocked down on the offensive end. You've got to get back quickly.
Trims the lead to 6. Auburn 30, Carolina 24. 6:58 the first half of play. Moore at the top, Johnson. Left wing for Pettiford. Inside the arc, left side, Broom. Janai, double team. Out to the top, Pegues. Right wing, Moore. Fouled and hard by Jackson.
It's a good pump fake by Chris Moore. That young man really does a good job. Moving the basketball, moves without the basketball. He keeps the offense flowing.
Timeout on the floor. Chris Moore getting some help to get up. Auburn 30, Carolina 24. 6:44 to go in the first half. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? You try and decide. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Hi, I'm Whataburger's Breakfast on a Bun, or Bob. And I'm Bob Ranchero. We're brothers. We've both got signature sausage, fresh egg, and melty cheese. And I've got picante salsa and pickled jalapenos. I'm the spicy one. And I'm the reliable one. And I'm reliably spicy. No, being reliable is my thing. Right, and I'm spicy. Right. Reliably spicy. Oh my gosh.
Whataburger's Breakfast on a Bun, Bob Ranchero. Served 11 p.m. to 11 a.m.
The Alabama Department of Public Health reminds you, don't wait. Vaccinate. Stay current on all vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM to learn more.
6:44 to go in the first. Semifinal action of the Maui Invitational from Lahaina Civic Center. Auburn 30, North Carolina 24. That foul by Ian Jackson on Chris Moore was the first foul of the ball game charged against North Carolina. Look at a couple of the comparative stats. Auburn and Carolina even at 14 apiece in the paint. Second chance points, Auburn 7, Carolina 6. Fast break points 8-6 in favor of Carolina, and bench points 9-4 in favor of Carolina. Auburn still shooting 48% from the field and 4 of 11 from 3. Carolina 45% from the field and 2 of 4 from 3. Chris Moore, Denver Jones, Miles Kelly, Tahad Pettiford, and Janai Broom on the floor for the Tigers.
This segment here, got 6:44 left in the first half. Get to the 4-minute mark. Continue to trade baskets or at least continue to keep your defense up.
Pettiford at the point from Chris Moore. Gets 2 screens from Janai Broom. Inside the arc, down the lane. Up with the left hand, he didn't get it. And the rebound pulled in by Cadeau. They get it ahead quickly to Trimble. He drives and missed it. Rebound tapped to Broom.
Beautiful defense there by Janai Broom without fouling, just forcing him to make an alternate shot a little bit.
Kelly fouled out at the top by Cadeau. And some mock applause by the Auburn crowd.
It is.
A little sarcasm there,
Yeah, I think so. I think the officials kind of got the message that the fouls are a little bit lopsided. And both teams are playing extremely physical and hand checking and body checking as you cut through the lane.
Inbound Chris Moore to Janai Broom at the top. Now Tahad Pettiford. Straight away three. Tahad, boom.
What a shot.
Bottom, baby. Bottom.
We didn't talk about this, but, you know, he and Cadeau were on travel teams. We're teammates together. They know each other real well, so I'm sure they're trying to go head-to-head today.
Auburn with a 9-point lead. Trimble drives through the hole and banked it in.
Oh, he gets you an angle. Cadeau and Davis are so good when they get an angle driving to the basket. You've got to put your chest in front of them and keep them out of there.
Auburn 33, North Carolina 26. Tiger basketball. Left wing, Chris Moore. Free throw line, Janai. Spins, gets it to the top for Kelly. Back to the key, Janai. Working out there against Washington. Turned it over. Carolina ball. Up the floor, Elliott Cadeau at the right wing. Drives it to the basket, off the glass. It's good.
Didn't take them very long. They're coming to the basket. They're not good looking to get in, to flow into any kind of offense. They're trying to duck their head and get to the basket on transition.
Auburn led by 9. Carolina scored 4 in a row. Auburn ball to Hot Pettiford. Broom outside the arc at the top. Janai leaves for Pettiford. Long 3 to Hod. Barely drew iron.
Just a bit out of his range there, I think.
Trimble up the floor for the Tar Heels. Underneath, great pass, and Washington jams it. 6-0 run by Carolina. Down to a 3-point Auburn lead.
1 pass, 2 dribble, and a layup.
4:38 and counting in the first. Auburn leads it by 3. Low post. Denver Jones dribbles out to the wing. Turns the corner. Drives, goes up, and a foul is called. Denver will go to the line to shoot 2. Upon the foul, Trimble whistled for the foul, his first. And one of Auburn's all-time great free throw shooters, Denver Jones, is at the line. Career 87%.
Really got a great routine. It's great for young kids, young people to watch this young man shoot free throws. He's got a great routine. Shoots it the same way every time. Goes through his pattern. Has great confidence and an unbelievable release on his wrist.
Free throw is good. Moore, Kelly, Pettiford out. Johnson, Pegues, and Chad Baker-Mazzara in, along with Denver Jones and Janai Broom. Stops a 6-0 run. Carolina's made their last 3 field goals. They've all been at the rim. And Jones' free throw is up, and it's good.
We can say this now since Denver Jones that he has yet to this year miss a free throw, right?
100%. Inbound Trimble against Auburn's press.
First time we've seen that tonight.
Cadeau walks it across midcourt, left-hand dribble. Picked up by Denver. Gets a high post screen from Washington. Kicks it into the corner for Davis, right side. Davis in front of the Auburn bench, brings it out to the wing. Shot clock at 14. Gets it to Cadeau. Underneath Washington. Fouled on the play. It's going to go against Chaney Johnson, his first.
It's a really smart decision and a key for the Tigers on trapping R.J. Davis with the basketball. But what that does, when you take 2 players on the ball, that leaves 1 offensive player. Carolina is excellent at rolling.
Auburn is contending that there was never a shot. And so it shouldn't be a 2-shot foul, but it is for Washington. 63% this season. Free throw is up, and he missed it. That makes Bruce Pearl a little bit angrier right now, because he didn't feel that Washington was shooting the basketball.
I don't know if he even took a shot.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think that's what Bruce is saying as well.
In a 1-on-1 situation, we'd have retrieved the rebound right then.
Second free throw from Washington. He missed both. Well, Auburn has the ball anyway. Rebound pulled in by Chad Baker-Mazzara. Tigers by 5 with the ball.
Got a media timeout after the next dead ball, so this is a big possession offensively to have some momentum going into that timeout.
Chad Baker-Mazzara, a screen from Broom. Chad at the top, 3, no. Rebound, Davis for North Carolina. Brings it across midcourt, right-hand dribble to the wing. At the top, Washington. He'll pop a 3. Missed it long. Rebound tapped, and Chad Baker-Mazzara brings it in. Here's Auburn the other way. Leading by 5, 3:34 and a counting clock in the first. Between the legs dribble. Top of the circle, free throw line. Euro step. Lost it. Got it back. Kicks it out to the top, Pegues. Carolina fans, out of their mind, thought it was travel.
Could have been a foul.
Pegues, left wing Denver. Top of the circle, Chaney. 9 to shoot. Left wing Denver. 2 Broom. 7 to shoot. Step back into the corner. Pegues, 3 to shoot. Pegues got to shoot it. Gets it away. Got it!
Wow, what a shot right into the 1 second.
Did he get it? Are they going to look and see if he got the three? Did he get the shot off?
They certainly are going to look at that.
Yep, they are, and we've got a timeout on the floor. With 3:07 to go in the first half, we believe Auburn leads 38-30. Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit mindyatparadise.com. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. Last year, you helped Auburn women's basketball break attendance records in Neville Arena. Be sure to join Coach Jay and the Tigers this season. Limited reserve seating options for season tickets are on sale now. The package includes home games against Ole Miss, Texas, Texas A&M, and Mississippi State. For more information or to purchase season tickets, visit aubtix.com. Thank you for supporting Auburn women's basketball, and see you this season in Neville Arena. War Eagle.
Hey, this
You
is
want Brad
Kevin
to bring
Toto
it out?
from Baumhauer's Victory Grill.
That'll be fine.
It's finally fall and football is here. Come check out one of our 77 TVs and watch your favorite team while enjoying hot wings and cold beer. Wanting to support your Auburn Tigers? Well, come join us each and every Monday for Tiger Talk as Coach Freeze joins us live in-house to discuss all things Auburn football. We also have every NFL game for the entire season with the NFL Sunday Ticket. Don't forget Thursday nights and Monday Night Football. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, your football headquarters this fall. 2353 Big Creek Road, exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
This is Coach Bruce Pearl on the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. I tell my team that if we play smart, out-hustle the competition, and work hard each and every day, we can be winners. And you know what? That's how Ford F-150 does it too. Offering an outstanding combination of smart tech, power, and capability, F-150 is the key to help me win the day. Hey, why don't you see how the official truck of the Auburn Tigers can help you? Go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. We've set up camp here, ready for Conecuh halftime. We're 3 minutes and 10 seconds of game action away from that. An update of the scoreboard from Maui, the SEC Top 25, a look around Auburn athletics, and the stats from the first 20 minutes all coming up on Conecuh halftime. Still 3:10 to get there. We go back to the Lahaina Civic Center. J.P. Pegues did not get the shot off in time. Take the points off the board. Tigers lead 35-30 as we go back to Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dick.
Yeah, we don't have a replay monitor here, so we just looked up, and all of a sudden that 38 was a 35 on the scoreboard. Auburn did not argue, and Carolina has it with 3:10 to go in the first half, and Auburn leading by 5, 35-30. Auburn has led by as many as 15. No big surprise. I know it's a little bit of an alert for Auburn, but no big surprise that Carolina made a run at Auburn at the end of this first half of play.
The Tigers have played very well, and they were playing really good defense. That was one of the few miscues offensively. We've taken a couple of marginal shots. We've taken a couple going to the basket. We didn't get fouled, called. But that time, that's a miscue. When you're facing the shot clock, someone away from the ball has got to monitor that and understand that the shot clock's running down is to get it to the basket or get the shot off. And JP made a sensational shot. It just wasn't in time.
Carolina with the ball, trailing Auburn by 5. 3:10 to go in the first half of play. Denver Jones, J.P. Pegues, Chad Baker-Mazzara, Cheney Johnson, and Janai Broom, the Auburn 5.
Tigers showing the 1-1-3. There's flow into a 2-3 matchup zone here on this possession.
Cadeau off the left corner, Trimble in the corner to the wing for Cadeau. Drives on Jones, ball deflected away. He retrieves it at the free throw line to the left corner, 3-ball Trimble. Nope. Weak side rebound comes to Pegues for Auburn.
Really worked there. Chad Baker-Mazzara was sensational on that defensive possession. He guarded two guys on the same possession.
Auburn basketball leading by 5. Denver Jones left wing, 18 to shoot. Inside the arc for Cheney Johnson. Backs his way into the lane. Fade away up with the left hand. It didn't go. And the rebound pulled in by Carolina. It's going to be a jump ball. And it will be Carolina's arrow. Auburn has gone 2 minutes and 27 seconds without scoring. Carolina has gone 2:27 without scoring. Auburn's gone 2-0-4 without scoring.
Well, it's a defensive battle right now. On that particular one-on-one play by Chaney, that's the first time I've seen him spin and shoot a left-handed kind of a jump hook, and yet that's his offhand. Gives the Tigers a chance to press here.
Full court, Carolina ball. Inbound to Davis. Saved it. Right to Denver Jones. Head fake to the basket. Boy, he got hammered hard. And he'll go back to the line to shoot two. And that was a hard foul. And Denver goes to the line to shoot a couple. Auburn gets a turnover on the inbound.
That's for sure. The press really paid off. That time they turned the heat up, denied everywhere. Carolina kind of panicked, threw the ball to R.J. Davis, and he stumbled out of bounds. And I'm glad to see Denver Jones at the free throw line.
Jalen Withers is called for the foul, his first. Jones with 2 points from the free throw line. Make it 3. Auburn 36, North Carolina 30. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first half. Brad Law standing by for Conecuh halftime. Next free throw. He missed it. His first miss of the season. Auburn's lead is 6. Carolina ball, 2:14 to go in the half. Davis near the left sideline. Works on Denver Jones. To the baseline. Denver cuts him off. Comes back out to the top of the circle. 15 to shoot for Carolina. Davis picks up the ball. Right wing pass for Trimble. To the basket, he lays it in.
Just goes straight to the basket, run around J.P. Pegues, one-on-one, and laid it in. We did a sensational job defending Davis that time, but Trimble floated open.
11 for Trimble. Auburn's lead is 4. 1:43 in the first half. Pegues, a screen from Broom. Back to Janai at the top. 11 to shoot for Auburn. Janai backs his man down. Off the glass. It didn't go. Wow. He got the shot he wanted. Carolina the other way. Davis steps into a 3. No. High rebound, Carolina. Missed it. Missed the layup. Ben on a loop, and here's Auburn the other way. Tigers by 4 with the ball. Pegues at the right wing. Top of the circle for Chaney Johnson. Between the legs dribble back to Pegues. Shot clock at 19. Pettiford in at the next break for Auburn. Tigers by 4. 1:02 in the first half. Shot clock at 12. Right wing Chad Baker penetrates, lobs it up there and scores.
What a shot, and I think he got hit on the shot, or actually Chad Baker thought he got hit.
Well, near steal by Denver Jones. They have numbers. Behind the back dribble, Trimble. Underneath Cadeau. And dunk attempt blocked from behind by Chaney Johnson.
What a hustle play by Chaney Johnson.
Denver, no. Rebound, Broom has it for Auburn. Auburn by 6. Tiger ball. Final 34 seconds of the half. 15 to shoot for Auburn. Chaney Johnson blocked Jalen Withers. Pegues almost at midcourt. Shot clock at 7. Left wing Denver goes baseline. To the basket, goes up, block. Rebound, Broom put it in.
Offensive rebound stuck back in. Denver Jones, what a drive. He got fouled and pushed all the way out of bounds, but Janai Broom was there to clean it up.
Auburn 40, Carolina 32. Davis, one-on-one ball kicked at midcourt. Still loose. Davis has it. Tied up. First half comes to a close. And Auburn takes an 8-point lead in the locker room at the half. Auburn 40, North Carolina 32. Halftime of the semifinals of the Maui Invitational. Busy day in college basketball and others. To tell you about it, it's the Conecuh halftime with Brad Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. Tremendous end to the first half. Tigers were torrid out of the gate, building a double-digit lead. North Carolina came back, stormed back, tied the game, but then Auburn sent Janai Broom back into the contest. Tigers reclaimed the lead. Kind of fitting that Janai scored the final bucket of the half as well. 18 points for the guy playing better than anybody else in college basketball, and Auburn leads by 8 at the intermission. Both of these teams know what halftime deficits and halftime leads mean. They didn't mean anything yesterday And as both teams had to come from double-digit deficits in the second half to win their games to get to this spot. So Tigers certainly leery of that with an 8-point lead. You'd rather be up 8 than down 8, though, at the half for sure. Let's get into your Yellowwood scoreboard to start things off here. 3 other teams in the SEC competed tonight. 9th-ranked Alabama scored a big-time needed win against 6th-ranked Houston out in Las Vegas, 85-80. Crimson Tide got the win. Mark Sears scored 24 points to lead 4 in double figures. Crimson Tide held the Cougars to 1 of 10 shooting in the extra session. So Alabama moves to 5-1. Houston drops to 3-2. Both those losses to Auburn and Alabama. Meanwhile, in Lexington, they call it the Big Blue Nation Invitational. It's a home game against Western Kentucky. 8th-ranked Wildcats got the win, 87-68. Andrew Carr, 18 points, 10 rebounds for the Wake Forest transfer. His first double-double as a Wildcat, as Kentucky remains unbeaten in Mark Pope's first season as the Cats head coach with a 19-point victory over Western Kentucky. Texas A&M fell in Las Vegas. Oregon knocked off the Aggies 80-70. A&M led by 10 with 9.5 minutes to go, but the Ducks stormed back and then scored the final 11 points of the game to get the win. Spoiled a really good day offensively from Zurich Phelps. He had 20 points in a losing effort. Texas A&M drops to 4-2. Outside of SEC play in the top 25, only a couple of games of note that didn't involve league teams or action in the Maui Invitational. It was top-ranked Kansas holding off number 11 Duke, 75-72. So Kansas has now beaten Duke and North Carolina by a combined 6 points here in the first month of the season. Jayhawks move to 6-0. Blue Devils fall to 4-2. And number 21 Creighton suffered its second loss of the season. San Diego State, a winner over the Jays, 71-53. Earlier in the Maui Invitational, it was Colorado upsetting UConn 73-72. Huskies upset for a second straight day on the island by a combined 3 points. They move into the 7th place game tomorrow at the Lahaina Civic Center. It was Memphis beating Michigan State 71-63. Iowa State a winner over Dayton 89-84. And so the bracket is almost set. We're just awaiting, obviously, our result tonight. But the schedule for tomorrow will pit Colorado against Iowa State in the 5th place game, UConn against Dayton in the 7th place game. The 3rd place game will be Michigan State against the loser of the Auburn-North Carolina matchup. And then the championship tilt, Memphis against either the Tigers or the Tar Heels. It's the Tigers with the lead at the half, 40-32. We'll take a look around Auburn athletics when we come back here on Connecticut Halftime. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
For everyone from players to parents, football offers unlimited growth with even more to learn. Visit futureforfootball.com to get ahead of the game. Find out where to play, what equipment to use, and get the latest from leagues around the country, including pro tips and parental info from the experts. These resources make it easier than ever to create your plan and make your play.
Hi, I'm Janelle. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the bold flavors. It's very savory, and that golden crispy outside of the sandwich just lets me know that it's going to be so perfectly juicy on the inside.
I'm Sawyer, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the crispy chicken filet. You get the tenderness of the chicken and that zesty pickle. It's savory and tasty. What's not to love? The holidays are all about being together and eating together.
Sandwich in some together time this holiday. Order the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The Southeastern Conference. It's the land of legends, the places, the faces, and moments.
And he's going for it. It's a touchdown!
We've seen the confetti fall again and again. We're not done. It's time for the next generation to make their mark and go from 14 deep to 16 strong. It's a whole new ball game in the SEC, and it just means more.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Strong first half by the Tigers, strong out of the gate, then a strong response after North Carolina tied it. Tigers have the lead at the break, 40-32, and we welcome you back into the Auburn Sports Network studios for Conecuh halftime. Janai Broom, a double-double in the first half. First time this season that he has done that, and according to our Scott Scroggins, it's the second time he's done it at Auburn. He had 13 points, 12 rebounds against Georgia 2 years ago. Tonight, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists in the first half as the Tigers lead by 8. All right, let's look around Auburn Athletics, and that look around Auburn Athletics is presented by Auburn Bank, Champions of You. Auburn football was on the practice field today preparing for the Iron Bowl Saturday against Alabama, and Auburn defensive coordinator DJ Durkin named one of 65 semifinalists for the Broyles Award, which honors the nation's top football assistant coaches. Durkin in his first season as the Tigers defensive coordinator, and he has led a group that has been among the youngest in college football. They have improved steadily throughout the season, and Durkin named a Broyles Award semifinalist today. Tigers and Crimson Tide go at it at 2:45 Saturday afternoon in Tuscaloosa. We will be on the air, as always, with our Tiger Tailgate show starting at 11:30. Auburn head soccer coach Karen Hoppe is retiring after 26 years at the helm on the Plains. She led the Tigers in those 26 seasons to 7 SEC Western Division championships, a regular season title, a conference tournament crown, and 18 NCAA tournament appearances. Hoppe's 293 wins at Auburn are a program record. She was successful at UCF as a player and coach before coming to the Plains in 1999. She coached 15 All-Americans at Auburn, 55 All-Region honorees, 77 All-SEC selections, 4 SEC Players of the Year, and 4 SEC Scholar Athletes of the Year. This past season, the Tigers clinched their 28th overall SEC tournament appearance, and that put them ahead of Florida as the all-time league leader in that department. This season for Auburn saw the Tigers go 13-4-4, made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament, and early in the year, they reached number 6 in the national polls, which is the highest ranking in program history. Go to auburntigers.com, download the Auburn Game Day app, and read more about the retirement of just a wonderful representative for Auburn Athletics, Coach Karen Hoppe, stepping down after 26 years as the Tigers soccer coach. Women's basketball will continue your Thanksgiving week festivities on the hardwood. The Tigers are in the Virgin Islands for the Paradise Jam. Thanksgiving Day, 2 in the afternoon, Auburn will take on Northern Iowa. Then on Friday, they'll take on Pitt, and Saturday, they will take on Kansas. Again, auburntigers.com, Auburn Game Day app. You can follow those games, follow the broadcast with Britt Bowen on the call from St. Thomas. Auburn women's basketball in the Paradise Jam Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Auburn leads North Carolina at the break, 40-32. Stats coming up when Conecuh halftime continues in a moment.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Listen closely. Hear those bubbles? That mouth-watering waterfall? Delicious. Ice cold. And zero sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Hi, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. Tackle game day with the irresistible taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. War Eagle.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If what you like is getting the highest payouts, getting the most free play, and finding more of your favorite games all on a spacious upscale gaming floor, then Wind Creek Atmore is your kind of fabulous. No matter what fabulous means to you, you'll find it here. Wind Creek Atmore. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, this is Kevin Tuttle, owner of Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn. It's finally fall and football is here. Come check out one of our 77 TVs and watch your favorite team while enjoying hot wings and cold beer. Wanting to support your Auburn Tigers? Well, come join us each and every Monday for Tiger Talk as Coach Freeze joins us live in-house to discuss all things Auburn football. We also have every NFL game for the entire season with the NFL Sunday Ticket. Don't forget Thursday nights and Monday Night Football. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, your football headquarters this fall, 2353 Big Creek Road, exit 57 on I-85. War Eagle.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Shot clock at 7. Left wing Denver goes baseline. To the basket, goes up, block, rebound, Broom put it in.
Offensive rebound stuck back in. Denver Jones, what a drive. He got fouled and pushed all the way out of bounds, but Janai Broom was there to clean it up.
Auburn 40, Carolina 32.
Fouled. Nobody got fouled. No, North Carolina called for just 4 fouls in the first half. Auburn called for 8. Still, Tigers on top, 40-32 at Conecuh halftime. Your halftime numbers are brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all vaccines, including respiratory virus vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Auburn and North Carolina, both teams shot 43% from the floor. North Carolina was 13 of 30. Auburn was 16 of 37. So Tigers made 3 more field goals, took 7 more shots. Auburn was 5 of 15 from distance. Tar Heels 2 of 6. Auburn 3 of 4 at the free throw line. UNC was 4 of 6 at the stripe. Rebounds, slight edge to Auburn. Auburn had 20. North Carolina 19. Offensive rebounds, Tigers 6 to 3. Tigers plus 3 in second chance points. North Carolina plus 2 in bench points. Tar Heels plus 4 in points in the paint. Tar Heels plus 5 in fast break points. Points off turnovers, though, a 7-point edge for Auburn. Auburn forced 5 turnovers, and they made the most of them. 9 points off 5 turnovers. Tigers gave it away just 2 times, leading to just 2 points for North Carolina off of turnovers. Janai Broom leading the way, 18 points, 10 rebounds. He led all scorers and rebounders, both sides, in the first half. Also scoring for the Tigers, 7 from Chad Baker-Mazzara. He added 4 rebounds as well. Tahad Pettiford had 5, 3 apiece for Miles Kelly and Denver Jones, and 2 points apiece for Chaney Johnson and Dylan Cardwell. Leading scorer for North Carolina in the first half was Seth Trimble. He had 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting. All adds up to an 8-point lead for the Tigers. Again, your score at the half, Auburn 40, North Carolina 32.
You've been listening to Conecuh Halftime. Conecuh is the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Get one on your next visit to Neville Arena or make Conecuh part of your game day wherever you are. The second half is 2 minutes away. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Four Seasons Federal Credit Union. Homegrown and member-owned.
For 60 years, Four Seasons Federal Credit Union has been your trusted partner in financial services. With our awesome products and services, competitive rates, and lower fees, we've helped countless members achieve their financial goals. Join us so we can help you. Accounts federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Some restrictions apply. Ask for more details.
Achilles tendonitis is often as painful as it sounds. The Orthopedic Clinic is here to help get you back on your feet without pain or stiffness. Whether caused by overuse or degeneration, Achilles tendonitis can be treated, usually without surgery. But the road to recovery isn't short, so get started right away at the Orthopedic Clinic. Call for an appointment 334-749-8303 or visit theorthoclinic.com.
begin the second half at the Lahaina Civic Center. It's the semifinals of the Maui Invitational, and Auburn on top of North Carolina, 40-32 at the half. Auburn led by as many as 15 in the first half. Carolina cut the lead to 2 at one point. Auburn lengthened that lead back to 8 at halftime, and Auburn Randall Dickey will have the ball to open the second half.
I think the Tigers got to just pick up right where they left off. Their game plan has been absolutely wonderful. Defensive transition is a big key. Carolina had a few run-outs. They got to the basket on us, but overall, I thought 2 of the 3 possessions that we won, when we went zone, made them to change their offense a little bit. We won 2 of the 3 of those possessions. So I think it's going to be certainly a tactical second half, but it's also going to be, can Broome continue? He's already got a double-double. He's on pace for 40 tonight.
Now, on the second time that he's put up a double-double in the first half of a game. He did it against Georgia previously.
Well, I think we just continue to go through, and we've also got to rest him a little bit second half also.
Broome, left wing, looks to the top for Cardwell. Shot clock at 20. Denver Jones, Miles Kelly, 3 ball. Yes!
Oh, outstanding set play with a down screen by Dylan Cardwell. Miles Kelly might become the X factor in this second half.
A couple threes in this ball game. Auburn leads it 43-32. Underneath, into the corner. Head fake and drive to the hole and a foul. Cardwell knocks down, I think it's Jalen Withers. Withers went down hard. He'll go to the line for 2. On the foul by Dylan. And that is Cap's 3rd foul in the ball game, and he's going to come out. And Chaney Johnson will come in after this first free throw attempt by the 6'9" grad student out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and North Mecklenburg High School. Withers a 54% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Cardwell comes out. Chaney Johnson comes in.
I think it was a very aggressive foul, but I don't think it was intentional to hurt the guy, young man.
Hubert Davis might disagree with you.
Well, that's true. I certainly wouldn't want to have taken that hit right there. I would have never gotten off the floor.
Withers knocks home both. Auburn by 9, 43-34. Denver Jones at the top. Chaney Johnson, right wing. Baker Mazar. Low post. Broome, they double it. He gets through that double team. At the top, Denver 3. Yes!
Beautiful play. Run that offense through Janai Broome. He got double teamed, but he found Denver Jones.
Auburn by 12 at the line. Free throw. It's up. It's missed by Cadeau. Broome rebounds. His 11th of the night. Left wing. Long 3 Miles. In and out. Rebound tapped up by Chaney. Couldn't get it to fall. And here is Trimble the other way for North Carolina. Auburn by 12. 46-34. Trimble. Low post into the corner. 3 ball from the corner for Carolina. No good. Rebound Broome. 3 ball missed by Withers. Here's Auburn the other way, leading by 12. 18-37, second half of play. Denver Jones, right-hand dribble, works on Cadeau. Now Chaney Johnson. Low post pass for Miles. Turnaround jumper, good!
Auburn Tigers are just absolutely carving them up right now, executing them to their plays to perfection. Got that baseline screen again.
Auburn by 14, Davis. Left wing for Withers. Back to Davis. 17 to shoot for Carolina. Pass is underneath, and it was kicked by Auburn. Shot clock at 20 for Carolina.
It's not a full outright double team on R.J. Davis, but Janai comes up on the ball screen and really shows great strength there, just enough to make him give that ball up.
18 points, 12 rebounds for Janai, who is getting doubled at the other end of the floor.
Yes.
Carolina ball, the inbound to Elliott Cadeau. Shot clock at 16. Auburn leads by 14. Cadeau leaves for Withers. Drives, shoots over Broome. He didn't get it. Chaney Johnson got the rebound. Outlet for Denver Jones up the floor.
Defensive rebounding is outstanding to start this second half.
8-2 run by Auburn to start the second half. Tigers by 14 and the ball. Broome back to Denver Jones, right wing. Puts it on the floor with the left-hand drive. Shoots, missed, but he was fouled. Denver found a crease and got fouled by Cadeau. and Denver will go to the line to shoot a pair for the Tigers.
This week's been the first week that Denver's really expanded his game. He's really put the ball on the deck, aggressively gone to the hole. And last night, the deciding factor late in the game, they put the ball in his hands. He goes and lays it in, probably gets fouled. Fortunately, Broom was there to tip it in. That was an outstanding play there.
He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists last night. 6 points and a couple of assists tonight. First of 2, good.
It's always good to develop that when your game, as good a free throw shooter as he is, he drives that ball hard. They have to respect that. If he gets to the free throw line, it's freebies.
Second free throw by Denver. It is in and out. Rebound, Cheney Johnson had it, lost it. Got it back. Out to the top. Miles, long three. No. Rebound, weak side, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Low post, Broom, double team. Out to the top. Jones, corner. Miles drives to the hole, hangs, goes up, missed it. Rebound, Broom had it, lost it. Out to the wing. Right wing three, Chad Baker. It's good.
Big 3 ball. That's 3 offensive rebounds. The Auburn Tigers are carving them up on the offensive end and really defending them well on the defensive end.
12-2 run, Auburn. Time out, Tar Heels. Auburn had 4 cracks at the ball and finally got the 3 to fall from Chad Baker, the 3-point maker. Timeout.
Certainly did.
Woo! 17:06 in the second. Auburn 52, North Carolina 34. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. When sending a package, why venture outside? Ship with USPS for a true holiday ride. Want to stay cozy and warm? There's no need to roam with free package pickup and labels printed from home. We have over 600,000 employees always in motion. And before you know it, your gift has delivered emotion. Spread the holiday joy this season with USPS's enhanced network. Learn more at USPS.com/holidayride.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe 4th row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
Chick-fil-A is proud to present this broadcast of Auburn basketball. Eat more chicken and War Eagle.
Auburn has started the second half on a 12-2 run. It's the biggest lead for Auburn tonight at 18 points. But remember, Carolina came from 21 down last night in the second half to beat Dayton. SeatGeek makes it easier to find tickets so you can be a part of all the celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Tigers. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. What has Auburn done offensively in the second half, Randall?
They've just been very efficient. They've executed to the T. Their flex cut, they got a basket off that. They've got a couple of 3-point shots. They're moving the basketball from one side of the floor to the other. They're catching Carolina's ball watching, and they're just playing around them on the offensive end. Really been effective, playing so unselfish. They're playing unbelievable, beautiful basketball offensively right now. 17 minutes left. We need to continue that.
Yeah.
Defensively, it's just been tough. I think Dylan Cardwell set the tone on the hard foul at the basket that, hey, the Tigers are here to play.
Inbound to Trimble. Tigers 54 or 52, Carolina 34. Trimble drives into the corner. Shot is up. It's a 3-ball. It's good from the right corner by Jalen Withers.
Carolina's one of the other teams in the country that's outstanding on any time, any play out of a timeout. They execute to perfection.
52-37 Auburn. Cheney Johnson, Janai Broom. Now to the top for Chad Baker-Mazzara. spins to the key, down the left side of the lane to the corner. Cheney Johnson, a three. No, weak side rebound, Broom, and he got undercut by Ben Allen Lubin. That's a break for Carolina because Janai's going back up to score right there.
He sure is. But it's amazing how active Janai is around the basket. He, on the offensive end, had inside position.
He has 18 points and 13 rebounds tonight. Auburn ball. Inbound Broom, mid lane. Turn up with the left hand. Didn't go.
Kind of point blank.
Yeah, rebound Lubin. Up the floor, Cadeau. Cadeau at the right wing. Weaves his way to the basket and scores.
That's one thing that we can't allow those two guards to do. Just continue to keep it in their hands and drive all the way to basket for a layup.
5-0 run by Carolina. Cuts the lead to 13 Auburn. Denver Jones drives to the hole. He puts it up there. He didn't go. Auburn didn't get the foul. Carolina the other way. Trimble runs it down into the corner. Drives to the basket and gets fouled along the baseline. No, he stepped out of bounds on the baseline. Turnovers. That is just the sixth for Carolina. Auburn only has 2 tonight.
That's one thing that the officials have just kind of backed up and staying out of it. The game has been really clean. It has been very physical, but a very clean game and a really wonderful to watch.
Washington and Powell back into the lineup for Carolina. Auburn ball. Tigers lead by 13. Low post. Cheney Johnson, head fake, goes up and scores.
Powers his way in. Run that flex cut again.
They get the ball up to the floor in a hurry. Trimble at the baseline to the wing for Washington. Out to Cadeau. Elliott on the wing. Lobs it out to the top for Davis. 19 to shoot. Davis to the hole. Stripped out of his hand and out of bounds off Auburn. Auburn contended that was out against Carolina. The Carolina keeps the ball. 15:31 to go in the second half. Auburn 54, North Carolina 39. For every Auburn three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services is donating $25 to Coach Pearl's Outlive Cancer Initiative, benefiting local cancer patients and a treatment center. So far tonight, 8 threes for Auburn. Stay tuned, friends. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
War Eagle Auburn family, it's time to join Aubie's Kids Club for this upcoming school year. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club memberships are on sale now. Presented by Chappie's Deli, Aubie's Kids Club offers 2 membership options that give you a t-shirt, a lunchbox, a men's basketball SEC Champions mini pennant, and more. You can also check in at different Auburn athletics events to receive points and earn prizes, only available through Aubie's Kids Club. So what are you waiting for? With memberships on sale now, head to aubieskidsclub.com to join the coolest club on the plains.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow.
Do you want Brad to bring it out?
Toasted all.
I do.
Oh,
thank
no,
you.
it's on fire.
Okay.
Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Listen closely. Hear those bubbles? That mouth-watering waterfall? Delicious. Ice cold. And zero sugar. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Hi, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. Tackle game day with the irresistible taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. War Eagle.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios as we check the Yellowwood scoreboard. Notre Dame and Rutgers going back and forth in Las Vegas. 9 minutes to go. Irish on top of the Scarlet Knights for now, 55-54. There's that game, and then they're at the half. Hawaii Pacific leads Hawaii 38-33. Hawaii's only loss to this point is to North Carolina. This note from X before we send it back to Andy Birchman, Randall Dickey, from Justin Hokinson. In 2019, Auburn led North Carolina 41-39 at the half. Tonight, Auburn led 40-33. Andy, in 2019, Auburn started the second half on an 11-2 run. Tonight, Auburn started the second half on a 12-2 run. Tigers lead it right now, 54-39. Back to you.
Carolina ball out of bounds along the baseline. Auburn has outscored Carolina 14-7 here in the second half. 15:31 to go in the half. Auburn 54, North Carolina 39.
I was hoping that Brad was alluding that history may be repeating itself.
I think he was. I think that's exactly what he was alluding to. Low post shot is up. It's missed by Cadeau. Got it back. He missed it again. Rebound tapped, and Broom just pulls it out of the sky. Here's Auburn the other way. Pettiford, left wing, Miles Kelly, and he's held by Elliot Cadeau. And I think that's the third foul on Cadeau. Let me double check. Yeah, that's 3 fouls on Cadeau. Trimble comes out, and Jackson is in for Carolina. And they're going to leave. Well, I guess the foul wasn't against Cadeau.
I think it was on Trimble.
It was against Trimble. His second. Auburn basketball. Left wing, Miles Kelly, a three. Good!
Beautifully set play on the underneath out of bounds.
11 for Kelly. 57-39 Auburn. You talked about him possibly being the X factor for Auburn in the second half. 14:58 second half. Backdoor Davis up and in. Nicely played.
Carolina's very good. They held their composure, came down, executed a set play, got the back door by Davis.
Auburn 57, North Carolina 41. Pettiford to Broom at the top, outside the arc, right back to Pettiford. Ball over his head, now to Miles Kelly on a curl. Hangs, shoots, it's good.
Hey, Miles Kelly, everything's going through that flex cut, and then they set a down screen for Kelly to come off that. He's got the option to shoot or to drive it. That time he drove it and stuck it in the basket.
Miles Kelly with 13 on the night. 59-41 Tigers. Drive, Trimble up, no, rebound Broom. Outlet for Pettiford. He'll wait for the numbers. Walks it across midcourt. Tigers by 18. Matches the largest lead of the night for Auburn. Pettiford, screen from Broom. Down the left side of the lane. Picked up the dribble. Off the right wing, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Puts it on the floor and drives to the baseline. Bounce pass, Broom. Right back to Chad Baker, 9 to shoot. Three ball, Baker. No, missed it long. Rebound weak side to Chaney Johnson and a foul underneath. And that may go against Miles Kelly. Yeah, it will. It wasn't on Chaney's rebound, but Kelly pushed off going to the basket for the rebound. That's a break for Carolina because Chaney Johnson has the rebound on the weak side.
That's for sure. Miles has given up a few pounds on that. He's a little bit of a slender, great-looking athlete, 6'6", but he's a little thin. And when you get around underneath the basket, around all the trees, he kind of gives up a few poundage.
13:47 on a counting clock, second half. 59-41 Tigers. Cadeau, Davis, down the right side. Back out to the top it comes for Jackson. Shot clock at 14. Jackson against Broom. Step back, 18-footer, Jackson, good.
Really good one-on-one play. We had to switch off that time. They did not trap the ball screen. They ended up, Janai switched, and he kind of took him one-on-one.
59-43 Tigers. Chaney Johnson, right wing, Chris Moore. Back to the top for Chaney. Hands to Pettiford. Straight away, three. In and out. Rebound pulled in by Carolina. Washington ahead for Jackson. Jackson against Chris Moore. Euro step, and he was fouled by Chris. I think it's on the shot. It is. He will go to the line for a couple.
This will be a great learning curve for the Auburn Tigers. Anytime you take a perimeter three-point shot and it caroms off long against a fast-breaking team, they should never beat you down the floor. So we've got to learn to sprint. And I made a note here a while ago. You've got to change and get to the next play quicker.
Ian Jackson, perfect on the season from the free throw line. In that win that Brad talked about earlier over Hawaii, he was 6 of 6 from the line. He knocks home the first free throw here tonight.
They think this young man is going to be outstanding for them in time.
Just a freshman out of the Bronx in New York and our Savior Lutheran High School. And he knocks home both.
Really got he's really highly talented in recruiting. They want him to really flow into that guard rotation.
4-0 run by Carolina. 59-45 Tigers. Chaney in the lane. Leans in. Goes up. Didn't get it. Rebound Carolina. They're doing a better job on the board. Cadeau the other way. Leaves for Davis on the wing. Davis outside the arc. Gets a screen. Drives in the lane. Ball stripped out of there by Miles Kelly. And they got him for a reach in. It'll look like all ball from here. And that's the fourth foul. Let me double check. That's the third foul on Miles. He thought he had a steal. Auburn thought he had a steal.
Well, it looked like it deflected off his hands awfully smooth compared to a foul. I usually define a foul as if you gain an advantage, and I'm not sure he gained an advantage that time.
He'll come out with 3 fouls.
Yeah, it's 12:42 on the clock.
Yeah.
We got a media at 12 o'clock, so we do not want to take the chance of him getting another one.
Denver Jones has checked in. Carolina ball. Cadeau, left wing. Off the right side, Davis moving green on Washington. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn by 14 points, Tiger ball. Chaney Johnson left wing, bounce pass Broom at the free throw line, spins up from 13, no. Rebound to Moore, runs it down and throws it off of a Carolina player out of bounds.
What a great hustle play. That's
a quintessential Chris Moore play.
That is for sure. He does little things that helps your team win in a hustle play to save the possession, give Auburn another chance.
Trimble into the lineup, replacing Cadeau. Auburn out of bounds down the right sideline. Pettiford off the inbound. Ball knocked away. Steal. Carolina ball. Cadeau, or rather Trimble to the hole. Reverse layup. Missed it. Rebound to Chris Moore. Outlet the other way. Here's Denver Jones for Auburn. Tigers by 14 points. Low post, Chaney Johnson. Into the lane. Right hand shot. Didn't get it. Rebound. Tap up and in Broom. Oh, they're going to wipe it off.
Oh.
And it'll be a foul on Janai.
You don't ever want to be disappointed in a guy giving that type of effort on a rebound on a stick back. He flew to the offensive glass and tried to stick it back in.
Timeout on the floor. Auburn 59, North Carolina 45. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. Stay tuned. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner. Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health.
Cook's Pest Control presents Protect the Perimeter. Call Cook's Pest Control to guard your home and business from pests and termites.
Auburn's done a nice job defending the perimeter against North Carolina tonight. The Tar Heels are just 3 of 8 from the three-point stripe. They shoot 35.7% from three, but tonight they're 3 of 8, only 8 attempts. Auburn, on the other hand, 9 of 24. From the three-point stripe tonight, and 4 of 9 here in the second half.
It's an absolutely clean game. Both teams overall shooting 41% from the field, 37 from the three. Carolina has a little bit of an edge. They're 8 for 10 from the free throw line at 80%, and the Tigers are only at 66%. Very clean game. One thing that it is still up and down. It's a high-level game. You've got 2 crucial segments, Andy, coming up. This 12-minute to the 8-minute mark to the next 8-minute media timeout, and then from the 8-minute to the 4-minute media, a lot of things are going to take place in that segment. If the Tigers can get to the 4-minute media with this kind of lead, it's going to be tough on the Tar Heels.
The winner gets Memphis in the championship game tomorrow at 5 o'clock Central. Our coverage would begin at 4:30. The loser gets Michigan State in the third place game tomorrow night at 9:30 Central. Our coverage would begin at 9. Auburn by 14 right now, 59-45. Auburn has gone 2 minutes and 32 seconds
But I
without
said those are
scoring.
Eastern times.
I take that back. It's a 4 o'clock start for the championship tomorrow.
Auburn changes the tempo right here. They go back to the 1-1-3 zone. It's going to flow into a 2-3 matchup. And
There's
get a steal from it.
Pettiford to the basket, drives and scores.
Beautifully done. What a masterful job. Great call by the coaches to change the tempo, make Carolina set up and run a zone offense, and get a steal out of it.
61-45 Tigers. Trimble. Left wing Jackson. Jackson, free throw line for Powell. Powell puts it on the floor, up from about 13. It's good. His first bucket of the night. Had the game winner last night against Dayton. 61-47 Auburn. 11-14 and counting in the second half. Pettiford to Hod. To Denver Jones with a screen from Broom. Down to the baseline, fadeaway, 18-footer no. And the right side rebound pulled in by Jackson. Quickly to midcourt at the left wing. In front of the Carolina bench.
Tigers quickly go back to man.
Jackson hits Trimble. Trimble at the left wing. Shot clock at 17. Gets a screen, does Trimble. Down the lane, hangs, ball blocked by Chris Moore. Here's Auburn the other way. Chaney Johnson. Johnson on a drive. Oh, he jammed it with the right hand.
That will make the Sports Center's high top 10 play of the night right there.
They kept backing up, and he took it all the way to the rack.
I'm talking about a serious flush over top of a guy.
Davis, a 3, right wing. It goes. Excuse me. It was a 2. It was not a 3.
Cannot rest. You got to get to the next play quickly.
Well, maybe it was a 3. It's 63-50 Auburn, and Washington fouls Broom at the other end of the floor. I heard the PA say that it was a 2 from Davis, but the score reflects that it was a 3. Auburn up 63-50, 10-13 to go. Jones is out, Pegues is in, Broom is out, and Cardwell is in for Auburn.
Gives the Tigers a chance for a baseline out of bounds here where they are really excellent at creating a shot.
Underneath the foul. Chaney Johnson was trying to post up on Cade Tyson into the ballgame for the first time tonight, and Tyson fouled him.
Carolina is searching for answers in their rotation off the bench, just trying to get some type of spark.
That's their 6th foul of the half. Chaney Johnson inbound to Baker Mazar around the perimeter. Cardwell to Pegues. Outside the arc, 15 to shoot. Left wing, Chad Baker. Head fake at 3. Down near the baseline. Low post for Chaney. Chaney off the right side, head fake. Up and under with the left hand. Good.
He is really playing hard. What a one-on-one move. Used his left hand to lay it in, which is his offhand. Beautiful one-on-one move by Chaney Johnson.
Auburn by 15 points, 65-50. Davis against Pegues to the top of the circle. And a foul on JP. Davis driving out near the top of the key, fouled by Pegues.
That's one of the things that was in the scouting report is to try to play R.J. Davis a little bit more physical than normal.
Davis with 9 on the night. He scored 30 last night against Dayton. He still has plenty of time to heat it up. 9:39 to go. Auburn 65, Carolina 50. Davis between the circles. Gets a screen. Picked up by Pegues again. Down into the corner it goes. Off the left side, a drive by Jackson to the hole. Put it up. Missed it short. Rebounded by Chad Baker Mazara.
Not sure Dylan Cardwell didn't get a hand on that block there. Gives the Tigers another offensive possession here with the momentum.
And a 15-point lead at that. Pegues, right wing, Chad Baker Mazara. Screen from Cardwell. 3 ball. In and out. Rebound Chaney, but he fouled Tyson to get it.
Well, he worked so hard around that basket to try to jockey for positions, but sometimes they catch you for pushing off a little bit.
Chaney's 3rd foul will also send Carolina to the line. Both teams are shooting free throws the rest of the night. The concern here is that Carolina is an 81.9% free throw shooting team. Auburn is fine at 72.5%, but this Carolina team is elite from the free throw line.
Well, they certainly are, and we're talking about their best player, and R.J. Davis is also – he's 4 for 8 on the night, 50% shooting. He's got, 5 rebounds, got 9 points.
Cade Tyson's free throw is missed, his first miss of the year, and Auburn rebounds. Transfer from Belmont. Auburn gets it, leading by 15 again. 9 minutes to go in the second half. Pegues works out on top against Trimble. Between the legs dribble twice. Now Cardwell outside the arc, right back to Pegues with the left hand. Underneath Chaney Johnson. Up with the right hand. Yes! And a foul! Yes! And a foul on Tyson.
They made a decision. The coaches will isolate. They know that Tyson cannot play with Chaney Johnson. They're isolating him on the block. Run him off the baseline, flex cut. Jam the ball to him and just let him do his one-on-one. And, wow, what a move. Got an opportunity for a three-point play.
4 in double figures. Broom 18. 13 for Miles Kelly. 10 apiece. Chad Bacon-Mazar and Chaney Johnson. And Johnson has 8 points in the second half. He's at the line for the and one with Auburn leading by 17. Free throw by Chaney. It's good.
Beautiful. Gives him 11 points on the night. We know he rebounds. He's got 5 rebounds in 25 minutes. Here the Tigers are in the 1-1-3 zone again, changing the tempo, making Carolina think, making them change their.
Trimble drives off the glass. He got it.
Ooh, he's tough. He's tough. You've got to keep the ball in front of it. Even though you're in a zone, you got to guard the guy in your area.
68-52 Tigers. Pegues at the point, working on R.J. Davis. Picks up the dribble, needs to get rid of it. Does down the left side for Pettiford. To Hod, working there against Cadeau. Back to Pegues at the top. Got a step, goes down, gets the ball to Tahad. Pettiford with 9 to shoot. Long three, logo three, bang!
That was a dagger. That was a dagger right there. Cadeau just backed off of him, thinking he was way too deep.
71-52 Auburn. Trimble on the wing to Davis. Davis drives, hangs, shoots, scores. And then Auburn fouled him after the shot. Is that Davis that's down?
It is.
Yeah. And they're going to look at this one. Davis with a running one-hander that went, and then Auburn fouled him after the shot. And they will look, I think they're going to look at the foul as we get a timeout.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any problem on that. Just a hard foul on the shot.
Well, let's see if they do look at it. 7:51 in the second. Auburn 71, North Carolina 54. Stay tuned, friends. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham,
Jason Campbell.
I think the biggest thing that happened for this program was everybody put their egos to the side. Going into our senior year, Coach Nall went back to O-line coach. Coach Iseminger goes to tight end coach. And Al Borges comes in as the quarterback coach and then new offense coordinator. But our staff stayed together. So the part that we didn't have to relearn everybody, the main person that had to make an adjustment was me, the quarterback. So the one thing Coach Borges told me first got here, he said, you have all the skills and talent to be as good as anyone in the nation. He said, you need more opportunities. And he said, and I need to just let you play and not worry about making mistakes. When he told me that, it was like the whole weight just came off my back.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Recognized by Newsweek as one of America's best maternity care hospitals, East Alabama Health provides comprehensive treatment for mothers and babies throughout Auburn, Opelika, and the East Alabama region. And starting with the 2024 football season, we're pleased to partner with Auburn Athletics to provide a special Aubie blanket to each baby born at our hospital through a program we call Tiger Tots. For all your maternity care needs, trust the experts at East Alabama Health. Seven minutes and 51 seconds in the second. Auburn 71, North Carolina 54. The winner plays Memphis in the championship game tomorrow. That's a 4 o'clock Central Time tip-off. Our coverage would begin at 3:30. The loser gets Michigan State tomorrow evening at 8:30 Central Time.
It's going to be, we got 7:51. We noted a minute ago at the 12-minute mark, the trade baskets, we've actually extended our lead a little bit. Fatigue, execution, defensive rebounding is big keys in the last 8 minutes. We get through this 4-minute from the 7:51 mark to the 4-minute media timeout. It's going to make it hard on the Tar Heels, but they are coming out. All three guards are out. The starting guards are out. This is their firepower time. This is their time to make a move.
And it could start with a 4-point trip down the floor for Carolina because of the bucket by R.J. Davis, and then he was fouled after the shot. So he's at the line for a 1 in bonus, and he's almost automatic, 89% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, he just is a guy that just is very productive every game. It's going to be interesting here.
Boy, it is. Auburn 71, North Carolina 54. Free throw by Davis is good.
We'll see if Carolina extends their defense a little bit.
They bring in Ben Allen Lubin, who had a good first half with 6 points for the Tar Heels, along with 5 rebounds. 71-55 Tigers. Davis makes both of the free throws. Auburn ball. Pettiford runs the show. Broom at the top. Back to Pettiford right side. Blows past Trimble. All the way to the hole. Hangs no. Rebound. North Carolina.
He did get the call. He made contact, but did not get the call on the shot.
Davis to Trimble. To the top of the circle. To the free throw line. Driving on Chad Bacon-Mazzara to the hole. He missed it. Tap up and in by Lubin on the weak side.
Lubin makes an impact right off the bat when he comes into the game.
6-0 run by Carolina. Down the lane, Chaney Johnson stripped away. Carolina with numbers the other way. Down to the basket, up for a shot and a miss by Jalen Withers, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Carolina has made 5 of their last 7. They've cut the lead to 14 points. With 7:10 to go, there is still plenty of time.
Lots of
for
time
this Tar Heel
left.
ball club.
That was two poor possessions on the Tigers. Yeah. They just did not come back out of the timeout with a little bit of pep in their step.
Pettiford called for his second, and Withers is at the line for 2. He's had a good night at the line. He's 4 for 4. And he missed the first free throw. And here comes Miles Kelly replacing Pettiford. So Denver will go to the point as Davis joins Pettiford, Chaney Johnson, Chad Bacon-Mazzara, and Janai Broom. Withers' second free throw is good.
Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit more age in there, put the ball back in Denver's hands, let him run the offense. I look for something to go down low to Broom. Let's give him a touch.
6-0 run by Carolina. Janai, double team to the wing. Denver 3. It's no good. And the rebound, Carolina. Cadeau on the right-hand dribble leaves for Trimble. Trimble on the right wing, outside the arc. Van Allen Lubin down the lane to Cadeau. It's blocked, saved. Broom from Chaney Johnson. Ahead, Miles Kelly. Auburn by 13. Carolina on a 6-0 run. Time to turn that one around.
We need to get something at the basket, get us a 2-point shot, or get something with a foul.
Jones, Broom, Denver, head fake at 3. 13 to shoot for Auburn. Centers it. Looks right, gets the ball to Chad Bacon-Mazzara. 7 to shoot. Chad corner. 3 ball, Janai Broom, no. Rebound, Carolina, foul on Auburn, and they'll go to the line.
That's 3 straight possessions. The Tigers are a little bit out of sync right now.
Yep, and they are at the line for the double bonus the rest of the night. And now they can score with the clock stopped.
We got to get Janai Broom on the low block. Try to get him the ball.
Chad Bacon-Mazzara's second foul.
You let the double team take place, and it opens up a wide open 3-point shot.
Jalen Withers at the line for 2. 28 fouls called against Auburn tonight. 18 against Carolina. Withers' free throw is good. And he can cut the lead to 11 right here. 71-59 Tigers. Carolina on a 7-0 run. Make it an 8-0 run.
Carolina's going to extend their defense on a press for the first time tonight.
Chaney Johnson in the backcourt. Couple dribbles, gets the ball to Denver Jones. Jones near midcourt, timeout. He was running out of time to get the ball across midcourt.
Smart play.
Yeah.
I think the Tigers needed a timeout anyway to regroup, give the coaches a chance to talk to them.
And do you go to your bench and bring somebody else in right now? It's a 30-second timeout for the Tigers.
Well, I think the biggest thing is they surprised us with a full court press then, and we weren't quite organized on a press offense. We'll be organized from now on out because everybody will have their assignments and places to be.
3 in double figures for Carolina, 11 for Trimble, 12 for Davis, and 10 for Withers. 4 in double figures for Auburn. Janai Broom hasn't scored in the second half. He has 18. 13 for Miles Kelly, 11 for Chaney Johnson, 10 for Chad Baker-Mazzara.
Now, we've got all 5 guys in the game are in double figures, but our offense, as we all know, goes much better when it goes through Broom. Whether he scores or not, he draws so much attention, but we need to get him an angle on a low block, maybe on the right block, turning over his right shoulder and using his left hand.
Auburn's got to get the ball across midcourt in a hurry here.
Oh, we got to do that. They'll reset the clock, yep. We got 21 seconds on the shot clock, so we'll go to a quick play.
Denver up the floor, foul. Oh, they got it on Denver. That was a flop by R.J. Davis, and the official fell for it. For goodness sakes. I mean, the Auburn bench erupts after that call. He was held. He was hooked by R.J. Davis, and they called the foul on Denver Jones. My goodness. That's a bad call, friends. I'd love to see them take a look at it, and they will.
This was really a bang-bang play that could change the momentum of this game that we do not need to happen at this time.
It would be the second foul on Jones. It would put Davis at the free throw line for 2.
Well, to explain it, Denver's trying to drive the ball up the floor, initiates contact against the defender a little bit. They kind of get tangled up, but in the scrum of everything, Denver gets called for a foul, and he's got the ball.
Right.
I thought you were supposed to kind of protect the ball handlers and shooters a little bit.
We'll find out. They're going to look at it, but we'll see if they change their mind on this call.
Now you're going to break the game. It's 6 minutes and 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
Now you break it down in 3 2-minute segments.
Carolina came from 21 down last night in the second half to win. Auburn came from 18 down in the second half, or in the first half, 16 down in the second half to win last night. Auburn has led by as many as 19 tonight.
Well, the way the game is going right now, this ball game is going to go to the wire.
Yeah.
Just because Carolina, a lot like the Tigers were last night, is behind but have the momentum, because the Tigers have gone 3 straight possessions and really have not been themselves.
All right, the officials have met. They are going to stay with the call. Or no, they're going to give Auburn the ball back. Is that a foul?
I don't think so. I think there's going to be a common foul against Denver Jones, and they're going to give Carolina the ball.
I'll be done. Wow.
Kind of an offense player control foul.
All right, so Carolina gets it. All right, 6:04 in the second. Carolina on a 6-0, make that an 8-0 run. And Auburn's lead is 11, 71-60.
We need a little spurt of energy right here by the Tigers. We need to growl just a little bit and dig in. They've gone to the 1-1-3 zone to change the tempo.
Cadeau to Davis on the right wing. He has range. Auburn tries to force him right. Nope, back to the left side, Cadeau. Down the left side of the lane against Miles. Up, no. Rebound, Broom for Auburn. Got hit in the face.
It worked.
Yeah, Broom got hit in the face on the rebound. That is his 17th of the night.
He has been an absolute force on both ends of the court. I would like to see Janai go to the free throw line, see the ball go in the basket for the first time in the second half. Right?
This is a 1 and bonus for Auburn. That was the 8th foul on North Carolina. Trying to snap an 8-0 run by Carolina. Janai at the line. Looking for his first point of the second half.
We'll see if they go through the rim, and then let's start running everything through him and open up the basket.
Free throw is good.
Very good. All-American status. He goes to the free throw line, goes through his routine.
19 points, 16 rebounds for Janai. And Auburn's lead is 12. He can take the lead to 13. And he knocked home both.
Nicely done.
Boy, indeed.
See what the Tigers going to do here. They're going to stay in the 1-1-3 zone. They're going to match up out of it on the first pass and turn into a 2-3 zone.
Cadeau to Davis, wide open three. Didn't get it. Rebound underneath for Miles Kelly. Man, he misses a shot like that. It's surprising.
That's amazing. I was going to say Miles Kelly was way above the rim on the rebound as well.
Broom at the top to Denver. Back to Broom outside the arc. Foul away from the ball. It's going to go this time against Davis. And he fouls Miles Kelly, who goes to the line for a 1 and bonus. That's the first foul of the night on R.J. Davis.
This is getting a little bit strategic. It's getting possession-oriented. As you've noticed, the last 3 possessions on each team, the play has stopped.
Yeah. Powell in, Withers out for Carolina. Miles Kelly at the line. This is the last 1 and bonus for Auburn. The Tigers are in the double bonus after this free throw attempt by Miles that is good. It banged around, but it fell through.
I'll tell you what, he has really played well. He has scored the basketball. Making free throws down the stretch is a huge factor for the Tigers right now.
He can take the lead back to 15 points. It's in the air. He does.
And he does. Good cushion right there. Let's see if they stay in their zone. We do.
1-1-3. 75-60 Tigers.
Flows into a matchup 2-3 zone.
Trimble drives, cut off. Kicks it right side for Davis against Chaney. Penetrates. Davis up, blocked by Chaney. And tied up and taken away by Chaney.
Just brute strength right there. He
Yes,
that was take my candy. He just took it away from him.
75-60 Tigers. 4:56 in the second half. Auburn right now. Top of the circle, Broom. Janai to Jones. Right side, Miles. Straight away, 3 Miles. No. And the rebound pulled in by Lubin for North Carolina.
It's a good set play to try to get Kelly open for the jumper, and he just missed.
Davis. Oh, he just knocked the ball out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. They gave it to Davis. They said that Miles Kelly tipped it.
That's unbelievable.
Golly bum.
It's going to be fun to look back at this tape and see how.
It's the same official that called the foul on Denver at midcourt. God, that was a terrible call.
Uh-oh.
And they warned Bruce Pearl. Golly bum. Davis just simply threw the ball out of bounds.
Got to get through this 35 seconds, get to the 4-minute media, Andy. 2-3 zone matching up for the Tigers.
Davis, left side, Trimble, 3. Good. Auburn should have had that ball coming the other way.
They're going to Carolina's extending their defense to full court, pressuring the basketball.
12-point lead for Auburn. Chaney Johnson, Chad Baker-Mazzara. Free throw line, Janai spins again, up, no. Rebound, North Carolina. Trimble on a drive. And he taken away by Denver Jones the other way. Auburn with numbers. Denver, free throw line, down the lane to the corner, Miles. Head fake up for 3, and it was blocked out of bounds. And again, no foul. Same official.
Unbelievable. That was right in front of us. That was hard for me to take right there, Andy. I think he gained an advantage on that bump.
Auburn out of bounds, baseline left, 24 in the shot clock.
This is going to be a big play right here. Baseline out of bounds.
Auburn by 12, 75-63. Chaney Johnson will trigger. Bounce pass for Chad Baker-Mazzara. Around the perimeter, Broom to Denver. 20 to shoot for Auburn. Now down the lane, Chad. Pull-up jumper. Got it! Are they going to wipe it off? They're wiping it off!
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's a media timeout. Wonder if they have – they probably cannot look at that play, can they?
I'll be honest. I thought Chad Baker had made the shot, but they're calling basket interference against Auburn. And we have our final media timeout. 3:51 to go. Auburn 75, North Carolina 63. Great things are possible when you have the power, performance, and smart features of a Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Greatness starts at your local Ford dealer. They're going to look at this play. We'll tell you about it when we come back. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Welcome back to the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. I've seen a lot of basketball, and I can tell you that to stay on top, you got to adapt, stay focused, and innovate. That's what wins championships. That's how Ford F-150 and the Ford Super Duty stay at the top of the truck game. For 47 consecutive years, Ford F-Series has been America's #1 selling truck because they deliver what you need to win the day. For the latest offers, go to buyfordnow.com or see your local Ford dealer today. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to the superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Protect your home and business with pest control you can trust. Call Cook's today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for the Plains. The Auburn University Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big war eagle, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tiger pride? Order your card now at regions.com/go Tigers. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Keep it here after the game for the Regions Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
The basket is not allowed for Auburn. It was a basket interference, apparently on Janai Broom. From our angle, I couldn't tell. I was screened on the play. They looked at the review and they discounted the basket. And so Auburn's lead is 12 with 3:51 to go following the final media timeout, and Carolina has the ball. Auburn has not scored a field goal in the last 4:14. Chaney Johnson, Denver Jones, Janai Broom, Miles Kelly, and Chad Baker-Mazara, the Auburn five. R.J. Davis, Elliott Cadeau, Seth Trimble, Ben Allen Lubin, and Drake Powell for North Carolina.
One thing the Tigers have done is defended the three-point line very well. Carolina's only 5 for 11. You're going to see some threes in the next 2 minutes.
Carolina ball. Auburn leads it by 12. Cadeau. Davis right back to Cadeau. To Davis, ball deflected out of bounds by Janai Broom. In the passing lane there, Janai knocked it out of bounds with 19 to shoot. Down the right sideline, Cadeau will trigger to R.J. Davis. Right back to Cadeau.
We're going to run the same play again. They're going to try to get Davis on a fade screen, three-point look, or Trimble on a penetrating pitch.
Davis at the top, 8 to shoot. Davis off the left wing. Penetrates, steps back, kicks it to the corner. Trimble, ball, lost it, got it back, forces it up. It's good. Holy cow. 9-point Auburn lead. Auburn ahead. Miles Kelly gets the ball out to the top.
Unbelievable three-point shot.
Drive by Jones, who got held by Cadeau. Broom wants to get rid of it, needs to get rid of it, does to Chad Baker-Mazara. Drives to the hole. Head fake to the wing. Janai, no, to the top. Denver, a three. Good for Auburn!
Great movement. When Auburn is at their best, they take the ball from one side of the floor to the other, and they did, and found Denver Jones wide open for a three-point shot.
Auburn by 12, and a foul called on Chad Baker-Mazara on a drive by Trimble, and he goes to the line. He's a 92% free throw shooter.
You got a big 1 minute ahead. It's 2:42 left. We get to 1 minute and 40 seconds. A lot of things is going to show our way on what's going to happen down the stretch.
Seth Trimble, a junior from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. A career high 27 points against Dayton last night. Has set his career high 3 different times in this junior season.
Sure has. Got 17 tonight. We've got to be careful here after the free throws. Carolina's going to extend their defense and press.
And Trimble, a 92% free throw shooter, missed it off the back iron.
That's good to see.
He can cut the lead to 11 here with 2:42 to go. And he missed both. Holy cow. And Chad Baker-Mazara gets the rebound.
They're still going to press even after a missed basket. Tigers got to be careful getting the ball across midcourt.
They do. Broom lobs it left side for Denver Jones. Had a 3, didn't take it. Time on Auburn's side right here. Tigers by 12. Ball knocked into the backcourt. Oh, it's over and back on Denver. Oh, a turnover for the Tigers. Just the 7th of the night for Auburn.
That's just a gimme.
Yeah.
Possession. Give Carolina another chance. What a frustrating.
Yeah, and Denver knew it too.
Yes. He was trying to get the call from the bench. Took his eye off the ball, and it just kind of squirted across midcourt.
2:24 in the second. Auburn by 12. Carolina ball. Trimble. Inbound. Ball knocked away. Out of bounds. Off of Auburn. And they're going to look at it. Thank you.
They're going to. It's the last. They're good. They can't look at it until the last 2 minutes.
Oh, so they won't look at it. Okay.
Unbelievable defense by the Tigers. They've got to have the same type of effort.
2:21 in the second. Inbound Cadeau across midcourt for Carolina. Cadeau. Powell down the right side. Free ball in the air. Trimble. No. Weak side rebound. Janai Broom. And Chad Baker-Mazara is fouled by Trimble. And Chad Baker will go to the line to shoot 2 for Auburn.
That's what the Tigers need to do. Defensive rebound, make Carolina foul, go to the other end, make your free throws down the stretch, and win going away.
The winner gets Memphis tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central. Auburn is 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from a championship berth in the Maui Invitational against the Memphis Tigers. Got to take care of business, though, for the last 2:10, leading by 12.
Probably got less than 4 to 5 possessions left. You need to win at least 2 of those, probably 3, and give up no 3s.
First free throw is good for Chad Baker-Mazara. Auburn is 10 of 12 from the free throw line tonight.
Sure is a sign of an outstanding team. When you go to the free throw line, you make free throws the last segment of a game.
Did it last night, didn't they?
Sure did.
Chad Baker-Mazara, second free throw, good.
See what the coaches are going to do right here. They need to get back.
Cadeau across midcourt, top of the circle, drives on Jones, tries to drive again, hangs and scores and gets fouled. Third foul on Denver. And Cadeau a chance for a three-point play. Cadeau get a nice job of getting the contact with Denver Jones.
That is unbelievable. Denver had his hands up. The
Cadeau
offensive guy
initiated
the contact.
Well, a chance for a three-point play for Cadeau. A chance to cut the lead to 11. 80-68 Auburn with 2:03 to go in the second half. North Carolina team that averages 93 a game coming in. Cadeau can make it a 69-point night. And he missed it. 3 straight misses by Carolina. They never miss. Auburn against the press. Across midcourt to Kelly. Lobs it to Broom. Janai to Jones. Oh, geez. And Carolina flops. The official closest to the play didn't call it. But the other one on the other side did. And Carolina gets the ball back. Holy cow.
It's going to be a long 2 minutes.
Man, oh man. Auburn by 12. 80-68 Tigers. Trimble will trigger for Carolina.
Another defensive possession for the Tigers. You need to win this possession right here.
Cadeau drives on Miles Kelly to the basket. He didn't get it. Broom got another rebound. His 19th of the night. And a foul on Cadeau. 4th foul on Cadeau. Janai Broom. 20 points. They've yet to give him the rebound on that play.
They sure didn't, did they?
Sure is. There it is. Now he's got 19 rebounds.
There we go. He's going to get one more. He's going to get a 20-20 tonight.
Wow. Janai had 30 points and 17 rebounds against UNA in Auburn's last game before Hawaii. Broom, a double-double both games of this tournament. And he's at the line for 2. The first, missed short. Well, you could tell it coming out of the hand, couldn't you?
Sure could.
Davis is out. Jackson is in for Carolina.
They're bringing their three-point shooters in. They're bringing Jackson in.
Davis has 11 coming in, but he's out of the ball game. Trimble comes out. They get big right here with Jackson.
They sure do. They've got to get this defensive rebound. They're going to put it.
Janai can make it a 13-point game. Does.
Get one more stop.
Auburn quickly gets back.
One more stop and continue to make your free throws.
Cadeau off to the right wing. Left wing pass. Powell. 3 ball over Chad Baker. Air ball. Weak side rebound. Out of there. Cheney Johnson for Auburn. 1.5 minutes to go. The Tigers lead by 13.
Tigers will try to run some clock this time.
Pettiford. Chad Baker Mazzara fouled by Cadeau. Right into the Auburn bench. Let me double check. That's the 4th foul of the night for Cadeau. And it will send Chad Baker Mazzara to the free throw line for a couple. CBM with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Auburn is out rebounded Carolina 42-34. Some of the Carolina faithful head to the beach.
It's going to be a little dark tonight for the Tar Heels.
Free throw, Chad. Good.
He's driving
Cadeau out, Trimble in. Go ahead.
He's driving spikes in the dead railroad track right now.
82-68 Auburn. Trying to become the first team since Vanderbilt to even play in a championship game. And that's a good one for Chad
Beautifully
Baker
done.
Mazzara.
One more possession. Still got 1.5 minutes left.
83-68 Tigers. 1:20 to go. Trimble on the wing. Trimble at the top. Long 3, Jackson did not get it. Rebound, Janai Broom for his 20th of the night, but he lost it, and it's dunked by Lubin. 13-point lead, Auburn, 83-70. A minute to go in the second half. Pettiford across midcourt. Auburn fans on their feet. Pettiford, Broom, bounce pass. Cheney in the lane. Ball knocked away. Cheney out of the lane at the top. Hands the ball to Pettiford. Tahad behind the back dribble to the free throw line. Down the right side of the lane. Janai head fake at 3. Drives. Up with 3. Bang!
That should seal it right there, Andy.
Janai Broom, 23 points and 19 rebounds. 15-point lead, Auburn. 32 seconds to go. Right side. Jackson out to the top for Trimble. A long 3. He missed it. Rebound tap. It comes to Withers. To the right wing, Jackson. To the hole. They'll let him shoot a layup. It's good. 17.5 seconds to go. Just get it across midcourt, Auburn. Denver Jones does just that. Auburn can dribble this one away. The Tigers have beaten Iowa State. They have beaten North Carolina. Auburn will play for the championship tomorrow night in the Maui Invitational. Auburn 85, North Carolina 72.
What a clinic defensively by the Tigers. Unbelievable. Taking a team that's averaging 91 or 92 points a game, holding them to 72, and blistering the free throws down the stretch is so good to see.
Janai Broom with 23 points is our Wind Creek high score for the Tigers. Elevate your game plan to fabulous. Play the hottest games and win fabulous rewards at the Wind Creek Casinos and on the Wind Creek Casino Verse. Auburn will play Memphis in the championship game tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 Central. Our coverage begins at 4. Stay tuned, friends. We're back with more. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
No Auburn football collection is complete without the 2024 yearbook. The commemorative yearbook includes bios of the roster and staff, a pull-out poster,